All right, and I am here today back again with another session of the Anatomy Crosscast. My name is Tony, Mr. Tony Slam, or as I guess Noah from, well, he was formerly in Beyond Deviation. He's not anymore, but still, shout out to the homie. And he was, I guess people call me Hector Deathcore, I guess.
Oh, we love Noah.
We love Noah. Shout out to my boy.
Shout out to Noah.
What's his band called again? He's in a couple of projects or whatever.
Oh, brother, at this point, I don't even know, but like he was in Hellseer, I think. For
Yeah, Hellseer. I reacted to that like 2 years ago on one of my other channels or something like that, or whatever.
Yeah, because like he's been moving around with like projects and stuff, which I think is good. Like you go with whatever you think is working at the moment.
Yeah, but I did want to say today I'm here joined by the legends, the men, the myth, the fucking deathcore down-tempo legends themselves, Beyond Deviation, and I wanted to say thank you guys for coming on the Anatomy Crosscast today, dude. It's fucking pleasure to have y'all, dude. I'm a fucking longtime fan. I've been listening to y'all since I was a fucking wee lad. Like, I think yeah, dude, I was like 14, 15, something like that when I first discovered you guys. Like, y'all, I think like White Noise had been like 2 or 3 years old by that point or something like that.
That's crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Like it's like sometimes I meet people that are like, it's like, yo, I've been listening to you guys since I was in high school, and I'm like you're crazy. Even freaking Bryce, like Shellbauer.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. He's like, yo, I was in high school and like I was showing you guys to people, and I'm like, it's like, really? It's like, bro, you're my duo on Call of Duty.
Yeah, dude. No, I mean, like, when I got into you guys, when I found out about you guys, I was into like Rex and just finding out about like Infant Annihilator and fucking like the Faceless and shit like that, like, because I hadn't discovered like slam yet, you know what I mean? I was still kind of like in my like emo and deathcore kind of like discovering,
Yeah, you weren't Tony Slam yet, you were Tony Emo.
Dude, this fucking guy, this guy, I swear, I remember like him and his homies and his old like Discord or whatever, like they'd always call me like Hector Deathcore and be like all his buddies are like super chill, y'all, like for real. Like I don't know what to say other than like, like y'all have been fucking real from the jump, like
man, we're just dudes playing music, eh? Like it's something that like I feel like a lot of people like don't realize. It's like even recently we played that festival and there was a bunch of like younger guys that wanted like pictures with us, and they were like, "Are you sure it's okay?" And it's like, bro, we're just dudes, bro. Like, hell yeah, like
yeah,
come sit at that mix table with us, like.
Well, so like the other thing to like before we get into like the main depth of the interview is I wanted to say, like, I mean, shit, dude, like when I first like discovered you guys, like I said, I was also, like I said, a wee lad, and then I started a couple of my first like bands in the scene because of you, Kris, like specifically because of your band and your music, like, so. Like I literally had a band called Beyond the Body Pile. Okay, like.
Oh yeah, that's true. I remember that. Yeah.
Like I wasn't like necessarily trying to rip you guys off, but you guys inspired me so much that I was like, man, I want to make fucking music like that, but also make it like slammy. You know what I mean? Because I know you guys aren't necessarily like a slam band per se, but you guys have always had like kind of a slam influence a little bit.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I was gonna say, because it's like weirdly enough, when we started, that's how people were calling us. They were like, "Oh, they're like a slam deathcore band," but it's like over time, slamming deathcore kind of became its own thing, right?
Thing, yeah. And you guys, there was no slamming deathcore really.
Yeah, because it's like in the early days, every down-tempo band was doing like down-tempo deathcore, but with like almost like hardcore vocals, in a way. So we were like the only ones doing like the big squeals and the high screams and all that stuff. So like, I guess that's why people are like, oh, they're like slam, but down tempo. Like,
yeah, no, I mean, I remember like reading like forums at the time of like people reviewing your guys' like first EP, and then them being like, holy shit, it's like it's like deathcore, but like with like tea kettle pot screams or whatever. And it's like you guys kind of leaned into that. I still have the Beyond Deviation tea kettle shirt. I wear it all the time, though.
With the pterodactyl one with
pterodactyl
with the kettle head.
Yeah, yeah. And then I saw somebody selling on fucking Depop like an old school like the hoodie with just the white logo, the original logo, you know?
Oh,
like
the OG one.
Yeah, it was I could tell it was an OG one because it was faded as fuck. Like the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm selling it for like $30 on fucking Depop," you know.
There's also like I don't know who has those, but there was a few of that batch that were misprints. And they looked fucking weird, but like we sold them for like $10, right? Because they were misprints. But like some people have like, there's probably like 3 of them like misprints of that, like in the shirt.
Why were they misprints?
Which is kind of cool. So like the logo was like, like almost when you put like, when they try to do like 3D, that's kind of what it looks like. It's like offset kind of.
Yeah. like it was supposed to be on one side of the. It was supposed to be on one position, and then it moved, like it shifted or something.
Yeah, it's like there's like ghosts of it. Like it's hard to explain. Like,
no, I know what you're talking about.
3 like that. And like I remember, I was like, "Damn, the company didn't notice that before shipping. That's crazy."
I won't say his name, but if you know the band, if you know a very like canceled Southern California deathcore band, he had like a t-shirt printing company, and I worked with him when like Infant first started or whatever, and he printed my band's shirts, but like the colors were inverted because normally on a black shirt like the design is white, obviously, and then like the logo was colored or whatever, so the logo was red, it was fine, and then like the black was normal black, but like where the white was supposed to be was the black, and then the outline was white. It was weird. I have one somewhere. Yeah, it looked kind of funky, so I only sold them at the time I think for like $10 or $20 because I was just like I'm not gonna overcharge people for something like that. Like you said, it's like a misprint. Like it's
I mean, it happens, right?
Yeah. So
it happens, but at the same time, it's like I can't believe people pick those up and they're like, "Yeah, that looks right." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, I feel like I noticed something, but like I don't know, maybe that's just me.
Well. In any case, like I said, I've been a fan of you guys for a long time. I mean, shit, like, I was getting into you guys, Acrania, and then I was also getting into, because, like, you guys were on, somebody made, like, a playlist on Spotify back in the day, and it was all deathcore, and it was all deathcore and slamming deathcore, because, like, there was slamming deathcore at that time, but, like, people weren't labeling it as that, but we had bands like, obviously, like, Within Destruction and fucking, Chamber of Malice and shit like that. And, like, I just remember, like, you guys were on that playlist, and then the very first... And then, like, when you guys took a hiatus for a while, for a couple of years, when, like, Guilami had like, been in and out or whatever, I had discovered his other band, Pair of Anguish or whatever, and, like... Nobody knows about that fucking project, dude, and it pisses me the fuck off. Like, it pisses me... And... Like, I don't know.
Have you ever seen that other project that we had, me and him, like Burnt River?
I listen to that all the time.
Yeah, like, see, that pisses me off, because I feel like that's the best shit me and Guillaume did together, but like...
if I was going to stack... Honestly, if I was going to stack rank your projects, like, with you and Guillami, I would put Beyond Deviation... You weren't in Pair, right?
Well, I founded the band.
Oh. Well, then shit. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to count that. I'm going to put it... honestly... I would put it Pair of Anguish, Beyond Deviation, and then Burnt River, and then I would put Shotgun Therapy. That's where I would stack rank it as my favorites.
Yeah. Like, I mean, for me, it depends, because, like, the thing is, for example, with Shotgun Therapy, right, the new stuff that's coming out is actually ridiculous. So like, my opinion of the project is a little different because I know what's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, because, like, I was like, you know what? Like, instead of doing, like, every slamming deathcore band and stuff, it's like I started doing, like, slap bass and stuff in there. So, like, there's way more variety. And then with Burnt River, the issue is, like, what's annoying is that our best song we never released. Yeah, and then with Pair of Anguish, I was there for the first album, and then they released, like, 1 or 2 songs after, I think, or something like that. One of them, like, the production was actually horrible. And I was just like,
I don't know, man. I think your production's pretty good.
No, like the last song they dropped, bro. Like I don't think anybody knows about it. That's the thing. It was like the song. First of all, it was all French lyrics, so like that's a little tricky. And the song had like 400 views or something. Like, yeah, it's probably deleted. It was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like the song itself was good, but like the production was so bad that like, honestly, I would have never released that myself. But that's I'm not even talking shit, because I do believe they have some good stuff.
Yeah. What are you drinking, bro?
Zero alcohol beer.
Oh, because you said you've been posting that like you're trying to get sober or something like that.
Well, I'm not. Like, I've been sober.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not really sober. It's just like I used to drink a 24 pack a day.
Holy
so yeah,
fuck,
it was more about yeah. So.
I mean, I was like on, I was smoking like blunts for like 5 years straight, 6 years straight, or whatever. But I never like went hard in the paint with like alcohol.
Oh really? I mean, man, I was a good drunk, so like nobody was really telling me anything about it. So like, and I just kept drinking, man. And then yeah, bro, that shit rots your brain, bro. Like, no joke.
I know, dude. Fucking, I mean, you can look at it with like some of the movie artists, like I can't name a specific movie artist, but just like some of the guys who have had alcoholism, like it fucks their frontal cortex or whatever the fuck, and then just.
No, Shia LaBeouf, yeah. This guy, like,
oh yeah, Shia LaBeouf, huh?
Yeah, you got to drop the bottle a little bit, I think.
Yeah. He got a little bit of the liquor and decided that he likes to hang out with all right dudes, and I was kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, shit got weird, bro. Like, no, he's strange these days, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to keep bringing this fucking story up every single episode, but like, we had a deathcore band called Medusa on like a couple of sessions ago, and like I was telling them like like old YouTubers that like kids used to watch like back in the day, like Tobuscus, are now all of a sudden like alt-right and hanging out with dudes like Nick Fuentes and fucking like Andrew Tate, and I'm like, buddy, this is not a way to like cater back your old audience, I don't know.
I feel like the internet is a weird place.
Yeah.
That's how I like to see it. It's like I used to like worry about that shit a lot more. And like, I mean, to be honest, like I'm pushing 40, right? So like, it's like the more I go, the more I'm like, well, I mean, I'm halfway there. Like I'm gonna be 35 soon, so yeah, slowly getting there.
Damn, dude, I thought you were like at most 29.
Damn, that thank you. But yeah, like, I'm getting old and shit.
Kris,
and like I feel like the older I get, the less I care about that stuff. Like not that I don't care, but it's more like I feel like to keep your own sanity as you get older, you kind of have to like let go of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like you care, but you don't involve yourself. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, because like, man, it's an like infinite argument essentially. Like, and like even within the team, man, like it's so toxic sometimes, and I'm just sitting there like, bro, it's like I got better things to do. Like.
Yeah. I definitely
That's kind of why when I see like band beef and shit, and I'm like, don't you guys have like music to write? Like that's funny. Like I don't have time for that.
I don't want to put anybody on the spot, okay? And I'm not going to say their name on the show, but you know exactly who I'm talking about, Kris. The guy from a certain deathcore band whose letter starts with D or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like maybe a year or two ago or something, maybe a year and a half ago. That guy, he was kind of, like, even I myself, like you made a strong point of like, separating yourself from like the internet and like not worrying about what certain band. But I also agree with you of like how you said like, oh, don't you guys have like music to put out? And it's like, yeah, like honestly, because like that guy, I felt like was just like spending too much time getting pissed off about like what like racist people were saying online. And it's like, it's fine to be upset about like what like, that like, Nazis and racists and shit like that exists on the internet because they don't have a space for the internet. You know what I mean? Like, go back to fucking 4chan and fucking like view your fucking CP where you belong, dude. Like, seriously. But
oh yeah, and man, like at the end of the day, it's like, like people, like, so many people tried to beef with us over the years, and it's always like, at some point, man, like, at first
you're
I
just
was kind of
sitting there like
it,
this.
you know? Yeah, like, bro, like, I mean, it's like, we do our best, man. We try to do our thing, and like, if people aren't happy, I mean, it is what it is, right? Like,
but it's so exhausting, like, though, you know, like, because
it is, man. And it's like, and also, bro, like, as much as, like, you know, like, you look at the internet, and it's like, it feels like everybody's a fucking piece of shit. It makes you think that like 90% of the population is horrible. But then if you go out in the world, you notice that most people are just fine, man.
Just
like,
fine.
It's
just the fucking
don't,
internet.
Like, put themselves there.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy because, like, I've never, like, met, like, oh no, that's not true. Like, I've met some artists that are questionable, but other than that, like, in general, in real life, like, I've mostly met just, you know, everyday people, just normal people, like and usually you talk to them about that stuff, like racism and stuff like that, and it's not that they like it or whatever. It's more that they're just like, look, I'm just trying to pay my bills. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what most people, like,
focus on.
Just trying to go to work, pay the bills, go to, you know, eat food, go to sleep, watch a shitty movie on Friday. You know what I mean? Like, basic things.
Well, all I was gonna say was, like, I've just, you know, over the years, you know, when you first met me, I was really getting, like, cooped up in, like, the internet drama and, like, shit like that with people, and it was just kind of like, I took some time, maybe around, like, after the pandemic or whatever, and, like, because I wasn't, like, online as much because, you know, everybody was, like, so online that I didn't want to be online. So from like 2020 to like 2023 or something like that, I just, like, wasn't really, like, that focused on the internet and shit like that, because, like, you know, we were all locked up in our houses and shit like that, and, like, the, you know, the job market was, like, really, like, iffy at the time or whatever, and like, over the years I've just kind of, like, obviously you mature, so you just kind of mature, but also, like, people will still message me, like, and I know they're friends with you guys because like, the last person that did it said he was from, like, Quebec or something like that, and he might have had like Noah or somebody added or whatever, but I just remember him messaging me, be like, yo, you're that one guy from Pig Squeals and Breakdowns all those years ago, bro. I'm from, and then he was saying something about, like, I'm from Canada, bro, and I fucking, like, I love, like, your music, dog, like, and just make sure you shout out, like, the guys from Dragon Corpse and stuff like that. I don't know. He said something like that. It was in, like, 2023 or something like that. But it was really funny, like, how, like, people still remember me, and, like, they're, like, also associated with you guys too, like, in some shape or form.
I mean, that's the thing where it's like, even with Dragon Corpse, it's like, you know, I love those guys to death, right? So it's not like. But it's more like, I felt like, even with Dragon Corpse, we were so much more out there, like, internet-wise. And it's like, that was a hard hit on the mental health, too, man. Like, seeing, like, you know, the negativity, the positivity, you know what I mean? Like, it's always like, you know. And then also, like, I'm someone that came, like, you know, like, years ago, I've had, like, trouble online myself, right? And it's like, but it's complicated, man. Like, I'm not, like, we're not native English speakers.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we're French dudes. So, like, even language can be tricky sometimes because, like, some words don't hold as much weight in our language as it does in others. And, like, it's something I've noticed, but it's like, we learn every day, right? Get better. And, like, that's how I see it. But it's like, but none of us, like, even when I started with Beyond Deviation, my English wasn't that good. Like, my English was like, hello, Tony, how are you, man? You know, like, it was actually horrible. And, and it got better over the years, but that's the thing. People are like, what do you mean, bro? You speak English fine. And it's like, yeah, now. Like, it wasn't always like that, man. And, like, in Quebec, it's a weird thing, too, because all of our media is mostly French, right? So historically, we were kind of cut off from the internet culture. So a lot of stuff were kind of, like, just floating by, and we didn't really know about it. And then now we're getting more into, like, international culture and stuff in Quebec. But, like, historically, it wasn't like that. And, like, you still hear, like, you go to Quebec shows and you'll still hear, like, people dropping slurs and stuff. And it's like, but it's like, at the same time, you're like, maybe these guys just haven't made it to the international scene yet. And they just don't know. as dumb as it sounds, like it's weird, but like when you're secluded like that, you don't know.
Well, let me ask you something, Kris. You know, as far as like, you know, since you guys are pretty much like a French Canadian based band, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know everything about Quebec just because I've never been there, but I'd like to go. By the way, I'm gonna eventually get my passport and go to British Columbia because I don't know if you know Drayden, Banana Man.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
Shout out to that crazy motherfucker, but I'm gonna go see that guy at some point. I'm gonna see you guys too, and make like a
shout
whole.
out to all the bands from there, bro. Like fucking Planet
everybody.
Killer, fucking all these guys.
There's a band that he's a part of. It's so stupid. Drayden's in a slam band. His band is called Pee Pee Poo Poo Balls Ectomy, and I was like, like, what are you doing? Like,
I mean, that's a fun you know, beyond Deviation, originally our name was supposed to be Anal Carnage, so I guess, you know, we all go through some phases, you know. Like,
yeah, I guess so, dude. I couldn't fucking tell you, brother, but he's a cool guy. But not to get off topic, but the reason I was gonna ask you, like, so your guys are a French Canadian bass band. You know, do you notice like now that like technology is like way different from when you guys started, like do you notice like that there's like a better scene in your local areas than versus when you first started?
It's like it's hard. I wouldn't say it's better or worse. I'd say it's different.
It's different.
Like that's how I see it. Because like when I started in this scene, it was like our local scene was a little tricky for Beyond Deviation because we kind of just blew up out of nowhere, right? So, like, a lot of people just, I don't know, like, they were kind of, I guess, I wouldn't say jealous, but they weren't nice to us, right? And so that's why we kind of built that relationship with the Toronto scene. And because, like, we would literally play our local scene, and we'd get, oh, my God, am I going back to my teenage years, man? My voice is cracked. All right, so, but, like, yeah, like, we play our local scene and get, like, a bunch of, like, you know, people would criticize us for dumb shit, and then we started playing the Toronto scene, and people were treating us like family. So of course we kind of built like more of a bond with them. But it's like we still love our province, and like we love playing in our province. But like it's a little harder for us to get in there now because we've like established ourselves mostly in like Toronto, BC, the States. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like Quebec, not so much. But like we still have family in Quebec. So like like it's not the same size. Let's say.
So that's interesting that you say that it's different because I would say it's like the same for my scene too because I'm in Southern California. And my scene was originally, I don't know if you've heard the famous music venue called Chain Reaction, but that's in my city.
Okay.
But they shut down actually earlier this year. Unfortunately, because they were kind of already going downhill, unfortunately, with their business and stuff after COVID. Just every fucking like business was, but specifically them, especially just because like the amount of money it costs to like run a venue in California. I mean, just the property taxes and everything else, and so it's really sad. But new venues have fortunately popped up, like you said, of how like it's different, like things have changed. Venues have come and gone. I'm sure you can probably think of like 100 venues in your head that you're like, oh, I miss this venue and this venue and this venue from when I was a kid.
Well, we're almost all of them closed down. Yeah. Like we have like maybe total 3.
Really? 3?
Yeah. Like Dominion. Yeah, like Minotaur. My venue where I work. That's about it now.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, but then Avant-Garde is a little weird. I mean, no disrespect, but like I played there once and I'll never do it again. Like I don't know. I think the owner like looked up who we were before or something. So like when we got in, bro, there was a big sign like no moshing, no. And I was like, so we told our fans to actually jump on the bar and crowd surf. Yeah, like and they did it. It was great.
There was a fucking so like Chain Reaction had like
also they were forcing people to drink.
What?
That's good. Yeah, every single person in the room they would go to and like basically force them to buy a drink.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
It is. Yeah. Like it is. The shit was weird, man. So like now it's like I'd rather not play there. That's kind of why. That's how they make the money.
Dude.
Oh yeah, but like yeah, that's not our problem. Like
that's literally like you guys touched a big thing. I don't want to with my band Infinectomy. I don't want to play at fucking all ages shows anymore, dude. Like,
oh, okay, okay.
Well, I guess if it's like, you know, it's like a venue where they have like a liquor license and stuff like that, and you know, it's an all ages show, that's different. That's not what I'm talking about. I guess I'm more talking about like all ages shows in terms of like, because I'm in SoCal and like we have like backyard shows and shit like that, you know, and like, you know, different house shows and like all these fucking like, all these like different like, you know, so and so booking or whatever, and it's some guy like, you know, like, and he plays out of his mom's garage or whatever. Those are cool, but it's like I'm 27 years old, I smoke, I drink, like I don't want to be around like other teenagers and like be doing that around them personally. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like what, like the last show I played, dude. So there's this beat down hardcore band from Southern California. They're from they're kind of more near Central California, but they're called Kindergarten Fight Club. They just broke up like a couple months ago.
Now that's a name.
What's that?
Now that's a name.
Yeah,
I like it though.
They're sick, dude. You should check them out. Their music is fucking hard. I've played a bunch of shows with them. But yeah, like all their, you know, they're all young guys. They're all dudes who are like 18 to like 20 years old, you know, and like all the band members is what I'm saying, and all their fans are like in middle school and high school, bro. Like there was literally, so the guy was like, hey, will you like close out, will you be the headliner for our last show? And I was like, I mean, sure, dude, like you guys are awesome, you know, I would be honored to. So we did, and like all of their fans were like the youngest guy was in like 6th grade, dude, and I was like, why are you at this show, bro? Like, you know, like
having a good time, man.
No, I know. Yeah, I'm not hating on bro. It was just kind of weird because like I'm 27, you know, and like
yeah, oh yeah. Like, it's definitely strange, and you'll say it gets worse as you get older. But at the same time, though, I feel like when you get older, like you kind of see them as being like the youth, so you don't really associate yourself with them, you know. So like, but you do, but not really. Like, it's hard to explain because it's like it's more like you see them as like, oh, they're people that need help coming up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's how I see it. Kind of.
That's how I see it too.
Like, that's why I love booking like, you know, like super young bands. You know, like people are just starting, 16, 17 years old. They have a little band. They can't seem to find like shows or anything. So I'll put them on, and I'll put them on the biggest bills I have, just to see like, you know, like just to help them to, you know, get out there a little more, you know?
Yeah.
Because I wish someone did that for me when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of doing the same too, because like, you know, I won't say like Infinectomy has like 1 million followers, but I mean, we have like almost 5,000. We're sitting at like 4,000 something right now. So like, we got a decent following, and I'm trying to also like do that is like build up my platform more. And then at some point, like be helping like the smaller bands, like you said as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bro. Like it's kind of like why. Like I feel like in this scene, there's a lot of I don't know how PG I have to be, but like there's a lot of dick sucking. You know what I mean? Like I feel like in that scene, what I mean by that is like it's like a bunch of people circle jerking. You know what I mean? And it's like that's something I've noticed with time, where it's like if you're an outsider, you're always going to be an outsider in that like clique. You know what I mean? And it's something that, like, personally, I've learned to, like, embrace it and just be like, that's fine. I'll find my own clique. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely,
like,
dude.
I try to not mix myself with that stuff too much. But, yeah, no, like, definitely when I was a kid, I wish someone would have helped me. Someone would have, like, pointed me in the right direction, how to get production, how to get, you know, like, music videos done, how to record myself, how to... Like, we've kind of just learned all these things by ourselves over the years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, hey, I mean, you can tell, because the first EP, brother, like, that thing was freaking mixed in mono, bro. Like, bro.
Well, I remember you're somebody. I don't know if it was you necessarily back in the day, but I just remember seeing like a YouTube comment about it, like saying like, "Oh, it was recorded in stereo, but like the producer fucked it up or something like that."
So what happened is that the original producer, his PC died on him, like his hard drive, so he lost all the files. But the only thing that was missing was the master, right?
Yeah.
So what we did is that we went to someone else for a master, and that guy that we went to is actually canceled today. But
jeez, man.
Yeah, but yeah. So and when he sent it back, I guess we just didn't take the time to like properly listen. And then it was someone in the comments that was like, "Why is it mono?" And we're like, "Well, we already sent all the music to get printed." So like we're just like, "I guess it's too late, bro. Like it is what it is." Like if we do like, I'd love at some point to re-release like the original track on like vinyl or something. Ooh. And have them like be fully stereo or something. Because like, man, it sucks that like, you know, the thing that got us out there is actually horrible. You know what I mean? Like,
you think so? Okay, so here's my honest opinion of your first EP, right? Like, I think that the music itself is great, and that like what you guys did at the time was like, you know, ahead of the game. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
Because honestly, Kris, like you and I are friends, so like I think I've had some time over the years to like really form like my own opinions of like, you know, like some of your music. And honestly, I think like that first EP, I think I like the remaster of it that you guys did, but yeah. I feel like that if I were to like honestly rate it, I give that one like a 7 out of 10 just because I feel like the mix is kind of flat on that one. And then I think you guys did a version of it where it was like, I don't know, it wasn't a remaster. Maybe it was like the original ones, but just like better quality or something like that.
Oh, do you mean the one with like the red cover?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, so this one is like it's called the White Noise remaster, but like that's not what it is at all. Like every single instrument was recorded fresh, and then we just kind of isolated Guillaume's vocals from the original. And we slapped it on there, essentially, because like we just wanted like the original performance from Guillaume, but we don't have those files anymore, so we had to like isolate it ourselves. And so it was decent, I guess. Like, we'd love to like do not a remaster of White Noise. We've done that enough, but like more of a like we called it like a best of kind of, and just like kind of do all the songs that we play live and like remix them so that because like the thing is we want to have all the leads and all the samples for us, right? For like live shows and stuff, but like we've lost these things for like years ago. So to re-record them, we'd be able to like have them, but like if we're going to re-record it, we might as well release it, right?
Well, you know what would be cool is if you guys did what Ingested did with their old vocalist when Zion was in it, was what they did was I think their drummer played to like a click track or something like that, and then you know, obviously they just all played the instruments live and pretty much like played everything to a T that the best they could of like all their like, I don't know if it was like their new stuff. I didn't watch like the full video. I watched like half of it. But it was essentially like, you know, I think like Skinned and Fucked and, you know, some of their newer songs from their newer album. So if you guys did that and like went to an actual studio to just kind of do like a live session of like all your best hits, I think that would be pretty cool. You know?
Yeah, no, that could be sick for sure. Yeah, because we do have a setup where we can like record every instrument like individually at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already do it. Like every time we practice, we record everything.
Oh,
to see like what we could do better, you know, what we fucked up, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah. And also, side note, can we also I forgot to introduce you guys. Can we from left to right get like an introduction of your guys' names and who does what?
Left? Is it me?
Yes, you.
I think it's me on the left. Yeah, he's on the left. Like,
oh, I see. So, yeah.
Kris, guitar player, founder. Martin, new guitar player. And then we got Vincent, the new bass player.
Oh.
So that's why we say like we didn't replace Noah. It's just that Vince ate him.
Vince ate him.
So he's got to be at least twice this size. At least.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, Noah goes like here to me. So,
how tall are you, Kris?
I'm like 6'2".
Damn, you a big boy.
Brother, he's you.
What about Noah? How tall is Noah?
Bro, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be respectful. He must be like 5'6", maybe 5'7".
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
So
I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm 5'7" actually, so he's my height.
Yeah. It's just we're all pretty tall. Like, other than the drummer. The drummer's tiny. And like and no one loved him because he was like, it's the first time in my life where I'm feeling tall. They were like, hell yeah. Because the drummer, like, I have a picture with him and we're doing like just a hard pose, bro. It's like my arm is literally the size of his head.
Hell yeah.
Like literally. Like, he looks like a kid I'm watching for like kindergarten or something. Like,
I was gonna ask you, is your drummer that you guys got now, he's a new guy too?
Well, he's somewhat new, but he's been with us since maybe not 8 years, but like he joined for I think thalassophobia. So we're at like our third EP with them.
So like 2022-ish.
Yeah, around there.
I've listened to every single Beyond Deviation release, dude, so I know like every single one, like, because it's all on my daily rotation and shit like that. Like let's see. So so at the time I was in like 10th grade and I discovered you guys through that old YouTube channel, Pure Deathcore.
Well, yo, who the fuck owned that? Oh, it was some guy called Troy. And I think he got canceled. Honestly, bro, I think that was the first person in the deathcore scene that I think get canceled. Yeah, like actually canceled.
I guess if you want to get technical, there was Davi Vanity, but he's not deathcore; he's crunkcore. So, but I guess
like in deathcore, I can't even remember what it was. Like, because I think it was a drug thing.
It was something like drug-related, I remember.
Something like that.
Yeah, he was like fucking over bands on like money or something like that.
Well, that I know he was doing, yeah, because like, man, this shit was weird, bro. Like, we were coming up and like he would hit us in the DMs and be like, "Yo, do you guys want to work with us for $200?" Now, I was like, "Yeah, nah, man, we ain't got no money." And then he was like, "All right, I'll do 100." And I'm like, "I just told you we have no money." And then he was like, "All right, look. 50 and I'll give you promo." And I was like, "Bro, we have zero money." And then he was like, "All right, I'll do it for free." And it's like, you ask for money then?
Well, yeah, like, I don't, dude. So I've been in the slam scene, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
before I even did slam, when I first started, bro, with metal, I was doing gore grind, actually, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a band called
just like noises like
yeah, literally. And it was called Lacerated Evisceration. And like, you know, back in the day, like all the dudes who were into like porno grind and gore grind and whatever the fuck, like all that grind shit, like, you know, they had all those like, you know, like, oh, so and so production companies or whatever, you know, where they would like, they were trying to basically rip off Slam Worldwide, but like post it on their shitty YouTube channel. And
yeah,
I just remember like they would do the same fucking thing, bro. They'd hit me up because they were fucking drug addicts and be like, "Hey, do you want to do you want your gore grind band posted on my YouTube channel? It's $50." And I'd be like, "Oh, I'm not interested in promo, bro." And they'd be like, "All right, $20." And I'd be like, "No, thank you." And then the dude would be like you said, he'd do it for free, and I'd be like,
"I'll do it for free then."
Yeah, like I don't fucking understand it. Like I appreciate like dudes who just do it for the love of the game, because at the end of the day, none of us are doing this for money, bro.
Yeah, I mean, bro, there's little to no money into this. Like the only money I've made in music was through like ghostwriting, stuff like that, but not like actual like music from the band. Like, you know, and like we still make like, you know, some money, right? Let's say like it's not a huge amount by any like means. I mean, I couldn't even live off that myself, like with the entire money. So like it's really not that much. But but yeah, like if you're doing it for the money, brother, you're in the wrong thing,
business.
For sure. Like go play country or something.
Go make fucking pop music,
bro. Like because like you look at deathcore, bro. Every single time I'm looking at it and I'm like, look at the money, and I'm like, bro, I need to quit this shit ASAP. And then I always get like a message, right? It's like someone's like, oh, yo, it's a shame that you're leaving because, you know, I grew up listening to you guys. I was in high school and you guys helped me through depression, all that shit. And I'm like, fuck, I can't leave now. Like, it's like well, it's like, and you know what's crazy too is that people don't realize the effect that they have on bands. Because, you know, every band always says that, right? It's like, oh, we love our fans. We do it for you guys. Everybody says that, but it's actually true. It's not just, oh, God. But yeah, it's not just like, it's not just like a saying, right? It's not just that. Like, it's literally something. Like, the thing that kept me in that band for that long has got to be the fans. And it's always, like I said, it's the little things, right? You get hit up like, hey, man, like, when I was in high school, I thought about offing myself, you know what I mean? And then, you know, I was listening to you guys and like I read the lyrics and I was like, damn, they're going through the same shit. And then that helped me like keep my head up. And it's like, man, it's like one time we got that message, like you guys weren't there, but like he had a guy and he was like, oh, I'm deployed in whatever country right now. And you guys are what's keeping me alive, essentially. And I was like, that's crazy. Like, to me, that's insane. Because like, you know, for me, we're just dudes making music. You know?
Hell yeah, dude. Well, like I said, dude, I mean, yeah, you guys, like, were one of my favorites from the get-go just because, like, you know, everybody was always into, like, Lorna Shore and Signs of the Swarm and fucking, you know, Within Destruction. I love Within Destruction, so no shade to them. No shade to any of these bands, but, like, you know, everybody was always into, like, The Art of Murder and blah, 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 and I'm always like, bro, y'all gotta check out Beyond Deviation because their shit's insane. Like,
it's a weird thing because like we play something niche within a genre that's already niche. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like because it's like we're not doing like because I mean we could have went the freaking like oh the dog is going crazy. All right, so we could have went like the more like symphonic deathcore way, right, or the blackened deathcore direction, like. But we never did. Why is that? Well, we're not trying to trend hop, we're trying to set trend, right? And even little things, man, like if you listen to Plague King, there's a few songs on there that kind of sound like Black and Deathcore. But then the thing is, when we released it, Black and Deathcore was already a thing, but usually I'm like 4 years behind. So what I mean by that is like I have things written 4 years ago and I'm finally releasing them. It's kind of like when we did kind of Shini, a lot of bands, a lot of people were like, oh, another band doing the whole Japanese thing. And it's like, brother, that's been like recorded for like 4 years.
I was going to say,
like, we were probably ahead of everybody, but like,
yeah, I was going to say, when I listened to that, I was like, this sounds like it was like a pandemic kind of vibe kind of album or something.
You know? Oh yeah, no, it was written a long time ago, like, and recorded a long time ago. And that's the thing where it's like the only one that wasn't like that was Entity. The last one that we did, where it's like I sat down, recorded it, and released it within 6 months. Like,
I wanted to ask you, Kris, is any of Beyond Deviation stuff like the drums? Like, is it all just programmed drums, or is there any stuff like that is real drums?
So, White Noise is all programmed. Plague King is all programmed. I'm trying to think of like the other things that we got. We got Bridge to Extension that was all programmed, and then Dark Passenger that was all programmed. And then we finished like that era that I call it, and then Guillaume came back, right?
Right.
And then Thalassophobia, it's fully real drums.
Really? That's all real drums?
Yeah, it's a real drum. All real. And then Kanashimi, it's a electric drum kit, but he still recorded it.
Right.
Played all of it. Yeah.
That's sick.
And Entity is the same thing.
Holy shit, dude. How come, why do you think most bands, why do you guys think most bands do program drums versus just like getting a drummer recorded? You think?
So, money. It's all money.
Yeah.
Like, it's really the only reason. Because the thing is, so for example, if you look at Thalassophobia, the production was probably more expensive than all of our EPs together.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's just because of the drum. Like, it's only the drum. And that's what's crazy, because it's like, we'd love to put real drums on everything, of course. But like, is it worth it in the scene that we're in, where like odds are you're not gonna make a freaking penny back? It's like so we went the electric drum kit route because at least it's a little more natural than just programming them.
Oh, how does that work?
We still cut on expenses essentially.
How does that work? Like, do you guys use Reaper?
Well, I mean, I use Reaper, yeah. So like, we just plug in the drum kit directly into the PC.
What's a PT?
And it records it as MIDI. So like,
what's a PT?
And it's also super easy to edit.
Oh, what is a PT?
MIDI, like MIDI.
Oh, MIDI,
like,
MIDI.
Yeah. Sorry, French.
No, you're good. That's sick, dude. Like, because I want to do that for Infant, like, at some point, but like, because I was thinking about like, fuck, I really want to get the drums actually recorded, because there's this band from San Diego called Gnawing, right? I don't know if you've ever heard of them. They're really they're really fucking sick, dude. I played a couple of shows with them, and I think the dude said that he just recorded all of it, like, just with like a couple of like microphones or whatever, and just like left it like that. And I was kind of like, my band is like slam, so I kind of just want to like do that, you know what I mean? But I was also thinking like, damn, if you guys in Beyond Deviation can do it with an electric kit, that'd actually be more practical if I did it that way, because I've just been trying to figure out.
Because then because it's MIDI, bro, you can also replace every sound with whatever you want. So let's say you want a more pingy snare, just go find a sample of it and replace the MIDI with that.
Make your own.
And it's like, it's a good way to do it, especially if you don't have like, the money to record and stuff like that. It depends on what you're trying to do. So for example, like, we're working on some new stuff, right? And it's like, we want to do more of an experimental one with that one, where we just do a bunch of stuff that we enjoy doing for fun, right? And we kind of want to do a MySpace deathcore song, but like a real one. So what I mean by that is that the guitars are going to be recorded in a Line 6 Spider on Insane.
Oh, geez.
And oh yeah, bro, and the drums are going to be recorded with like 3 SM58s in a room or something, like something gross, no metronome, no nothing. Just gross dude. Shit.
I fuck with that though, because like Sean is so excited about like the whole MySpace like era revival deathcore bands, like bringing back like that era of sound and stuff like that.
Yeah, with like the likes of like Reverend and all these guys.
Yeah, Reverend.
I think it's a cool trend, honestly, and
Katie
like
went missing.
I think it's cool that like the kids are getting into what we grew up with, kind of. I think that's pretty sick.
I grew up with like all the 2010 era stuff, so like Attack and Suicide Silence and fucking all those bands. But after that, I was really into like all the obscure stuff, like Misaccordium and fucking Mr. Sister Fister and what was that one European band? God damn it. Oh, maybe they're not European. Maybe they're American actually, but they're called Eat a Helicopter. Oh,
like, yeah. No, I think they are from Europe actually.
Are they?
You know what? Maybe I don't know anymore, but I thought they were. Yeah, like I thought they were. But yeah, that shit OG shit, man. Like,
yeah, dude. My homie put me onto that band. That band is really fucking good. Oh
yeah, like I remember. Like it's funny because like back then I wasn't into deathcore at all. Like I was into power metal back then.
What, really?
So yeah, but like I would always like people would always show me these bands, and I was like, "Yo, this is so stupid."
I checked, Chris. It says Eat a Helicopter is an American deathcore band from Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's fucking crazy.
Why do I think they were from Europe? Oh, maybe I'm confusing them with another band then.
I don't know. I just know, like, you were talking about, we were kind of touching on elitism earlier. I don't want to get too sidetracked in the interview, but I did want to mention something earlier because I forgot about it and now just remembered it. There's so much elitism in the scene, right? I'm kind of a guy who's anti-elitist, obviously, because like I like brutal death metal, deathcore, metalcore, emo, post-hardcore. Like I like it all, dude. Like I've never been one to be like, that that band is gay or that one sucks or like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like So it's just kind of more of a thing of like, hey man, like people need to have an open mind because without like all these versatility of genres, we don't have the music we have now. Like the reason we have all this stuff is because of the amount of experimentation that the bands that we like did, you know, because even if they necessarily didn't say like, oh, we're this kind of genre, they played that kind of music with like a blend of different genres back in the day, and that's what inspired all the bands that we have now. We wouldn't have all those if it weren't for, you know, being kind of experimental and open-minded about stuff, you know.
Yeah, and try some weird shit. And usually the first bands that try them, they get hated on a lot, and then they somehow gain traction. Then everybody's trying to copy them. That's usually how it goes. Like it's a weird thing. But like, just look at when Lorna Shore blew up, man. Like I mean, they blew up multiple times in their careers, if we're being honest. But like,
they have different areas of blowing up,
right? But like after that, bro, every single band was doing black and deathcore. Like every single band.
I'm gonna be completely honest. This is a hot take. I think everything for Lorna Shore after 2015 is honestly just not my cup of tea. Personally,
but you see the way you say this, you're like, oh, it's a hot take. But is it a hot take if you're just saying it's not my cup of tea? I think that's just fair, right? Like if you're saying, oh, this is crack, then that's different, right? That could be like a hot take. Like for me, for example, like I don't think it's trash, but it is not my cup of tea. Like I'd rather like in deathcore personally, I'm more like
I like the raw stuff.
Yeah. The raw stuff. See me, bro. Like my favorite deathcore band of all time. Shout out to them. The Last 10 Seconds of Life, bro.
I've seen them live, bro. I've seen them live.
Oh yeah, they're awesome guys, man. Like we got the chance to like meet and like talk a lot with Wyatt, and you know, like John was a little busy. Well, it was John at the time. But like
John is a good vocalist still.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm sad to see what happened with like Crystal Lake and all that stuff.
I know.
So, like you seem hype about it. Like it is what it is, I guess. But like that's the thing where it's like in deathcore itself, like I'm not a big deathcore guy. Like I'm not a big metal guy in general. Way more into like hip hop, shoegaze, you know, stuff like that. But like, you know, I still like there's some bands that I still like look up to. Like I said, Last 10 Seconds of Life is one of them. I still remember, like I just showed him that on our way here. Actually, the old Biotic stuff. Like I really like their first album. The first album is called Symbiosis, I think.
I think it is. So gross.
Yeah, like I swear, bro, I put their vocalist, like their old vocalist, in my top 10 every single time of vocalist, and people are like, "Who the fuck is this?" And I'm like, brother. Like, stop listening to the big names, bro. There's some freaking crazy talent.
Crazy guys. There's this band from LA. They're really sick. You might have heard of them, actually. They're homies with the dudes from Gamma Sector, but Ritual of Despair. They're fucking crazy. I got to open up for them at Los Angeles Extermination Fest last year. It was really cool because Ritual of Despair played, Gnawing played, Malignancy played. This old school brutal death metal band from like 2004 called Sick. They're fucking crazy, dude. I've seen them like twice now. But like all these bands, dude, and like, you know, there's a bunch of like sick, you know, like you guys this is why you guys need to come to like Southern California, because there's so many deathcore bands that would love to play with you guys. Like I'm telling you, like if you got like a SoCal show going on, like y'all, I could get like y'all to headline, like to close out the show, or be like the second headliner, and then like literally like there's so many deathcore bands that are inspired by you guys here now, or whatever.
It's like, so the real reason why we never went to the States really is because of Young. But it's not his fault. So like, homie got caught with like a gram of weed or something, but it was illegal at the time. So like he got like a fucking like, you know, like a charge because of that. But then since it became legal, people were allowed to like send paperwork, like a little like, you know, like form that you filled in, and they would remove that from your file. If it was like a minor offense, right? Like, because like, let's say you got caught with like 20 pounds of weed, it might be a little different. But you know, like if you got like caught with like 2 or 3 grams or whatever, like you could just fill in like a little form, send that to the government, they clear it off your record, and you're good. But the thing is, Guillaume and paperwork doesn't mix well. So it took him a while, but now it's done. So we should be fine now.
Yeah, because you were saying something about like you have future plans for like 2027 or something like that to play in the States.
Yeah, we'd love to. Like, so the thing is, man, like I don't know how to say this like nicely, but like we don't like the whole circle jerking thing, right? So like we try to not like I've always said like I'll never kneel down to get shows, or I'll never like. Cause,
you guys won't have to.
Offered tours. Like we got offered tours in states, and people were like, and like the organizers were like, "Oh yeah, I can slap you on that bill. Just stand up $2,000." The fuck you mean, bro? I gotta pay to play. Like that's crazy to me. And if you're in a band and you do that shit, you're part of the problem. I'm just saying. Because like the thing is, like the fact that bands pay to do that is the reason this is a common thing. Like if bands didn't play, it wouldn't happen.
I was gonna say, like, I know that's like a thing with like like the Whiskey A Go Go and Anaheim House of Blues and like those big venues. Like I know that's like a thing, but I was gonna say like the venues that I play at, like you don't do that. You know what I mean? Like it's I like all the shows, even like Los Angeles Extermination Fest. Like they're charging tickets at the door, but like they're not charging us to like show up there. They offered like the position to our band and was like, hey, we really like your music. We want you to come on and perform for us. Because obviously we have a following too. And so I guess within, the States, like, I guess unless you're playing like, something like Universal with something like with Universal Records or something like that, you're not going to be, you guys won't be running into that in the States for sure.
Yeah, no, exactly. Oh no, it's a very weird practice, but like I said, like the reason why it exists is because people pay. Like if bands didn't pay, that shit would never happen.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
I could definitely tell you that within the SoCal scene, that pay to play is not very welcome here. Like as far as like the metal scene and the deathcore scene, like a lot of the stuff is like everybody's very like friendly and local and. It's a very accepting community and like everybody helps each other out and stuff like that. So I think you guys will really enjoy. I don't know if any of you guys have been to California, but I think you guys will enjoy California in the near future when you eventually go.
My first stop, bro, when I go to the States, Louisiana, brother. I gotta talk to my French cousin, man.
Hell yeah, you got cousins?
Well, no, but like in Louisiana, a lot of people speak French, older people there. And that's because originally they were from the French-Canadian part of Canada.
I didn't know that.
And when the British won the war, they exiled a bunch of them, and they actually went to the States and started the state of Louisiana.
Huh. I'm going to have to research that.
Yeah, fun fact. Actually, you know how they call them Cajuns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cajun is actually a mistranslation from the word Acadien.
Which means...
Yeah, so like they were like, oh, I'm Acadian. And they were like, oh, you're a Cajun?
That's fucking
and
funny.
And it just stuck over time, yeah.
That's sick. I mean, I'm not going to lie, Cajun food is really fucking good.
Oh, yeah, bro. And like here we have a lot of like, French festivals and stuff like that, right, for French music. And we get a shit ton of artists from Louisiana.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So one of the questions from the interview that we ask every band is, what is something that's culturally or geologically significant to your guys' area? So Quebec, like, what is like culturally significant about it from where you're from?
In what, like, in where we're from?
Yeah. So like, what is something about like your city? So you guys obviously live in Quebec. I don't know what province exactly, but like, what is something that like you guys can all go one at a time and say. Like where you're from originally in Canada, and then say something that is like significant about the area that you grew up in, if there's anything notable that you want to share.
Canada is complicated, and where you are is also complicated. So here we're in Quebec, yes, but we are in a city called Gatineau, which borders the capital of Canada, which is Ottawa, right? But Ottawa is English and Gatineau is French, so. Like, there's a weird thing here where it's like English people hate French people, and then French people hate English people. Like, it's a weird, like, phenomenon that we see here a lot. But, like, I'd say what makes, like, Quebec distinct from, like, almost every North American culture is, because like, for example, Bryce, when we talk about this to him, it's crazy. But like, because, in America, it's all about like freedom, right? So it's like religious freedom, all that stuff, right? In Quebec, we don't have religious freedom. Like, that's something that's very different from us. Yeah, like our culture is based on the idea that we hate the church.
The Christian church?
Yeah, well, Catholic. But like, yeah, because like the thing is with Quebec, the thing that's interesting is that we were basically kneeling to the church for a long time. And then there's a thing called, I think it was in the 60s, they call it La Révolution Tranquille, which is like the calm revolution in a way, where people started doing like religious things in the wrong way to piss off the church. So, for example, like stuff like you weren't allowed to wear a hat inside. And then it started becoming like culture in Quebec where everybody was just wearing hats inside to piss off the church. Stuff like we use our swear words are all religious, all of them. So like we say tabernacle, that's the tabernacle, the temple.
Oh.
We say sacrament, well, it's the sacrament, right? We say calice, which is the calice, the wine thing, right? We say tea, which is a little cracker that they give to people. So like all of our swear words are all like religious words. I think that's what makes Quebec very unique. Like, because like the rest of Canada struggle to understand it quite a bit too, because they're all like, oh, what do you mean you can't wear like a cross if you work for the government in Quebec? And it's like, that's our culture. I'm sorry, like that's how it is. And it's like it's getting more and more like people are getting more on the side of like being more open and stuff slowly. But like culturally, that's how it was for a long time. Like I grew up like basically hating the church. Like that's how it was. And like to be fair, I'm still not huge on religion. I always said I hate religion, but I don't hate religious people, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course, man.
I believe people should be allowed to believe whatever they want. I just don't want to see it. That's my take on it,
Yeah. I've always been kind of a guy who's been like, I just don't care, personally. I find church boring, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've never... Like, for a long time, I thought I was like an atheist, and then I switched over to, Lefebvre Satanism was cool at the time or whatever in high school. And so, me and some of my homies, like, were like, oh, we're Satanists because it's edgy and cool and all that shit. And,
oh, man. Me, I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, bro, so I don't know.
Oh, like, you did?
Can't you tell?
What the fuck? Is that big in Quebec, Jehovah's Witness?
No, it's not big. It's my grandma, she hated the church, right? Like I said, it's kind of part of the culture. But she was still a believer, so she found a way to believe without going to church, essentially. Yeah. So that's why we got into that. And honestly, like my congregation was pretty chill.
Oh,
but yeah, so like that's why when I hear like horror stories about like Jehovah's Witnesses, I'm like, yeah, that wasn't my experience at all. Like,
yeah, I'm not putting anybody down. Environment. Yeah.
Yeah, my environment was pretty chill because usually when you quit the religion, you get excommunicated, so they're not even allowed to talk to you anymore. But like, bro, they still knock on my door and come hang out with a coffee. It's like my congregation was chill, but like, yeah, I know there's some pretty bad.
I'm ill-informed. What is a congregation? Is that like the sect of your group?
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like how. You go to a small town in America and everybody goes to the same church, right?
Oh, okay.
So, like, different churches will have, like, different experiences,
congregations, right? Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's like your group, let's say, right?
Yeah.
So my group was pretty chill, but, like, I know some of them are pretty insane. Like,
gotcha. So, let's get into the more serious questions now that we've gotten a little bit more of a, I guess I want to get into more of the backstory of you guys. So when did you guys first form? Like what year?
So in theory, it was in 2013. In theory, but at the time, the band was called Carnage Anal, which is basically anal carnage in French. And so we were just like playing songs, and we were actually a parody band.
Oh.
We were doing a parody of Traitors. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah, well, I mean, not in 2013, but like when we started recording and stuff, like in writing, that's when Traders came out. That I think just released Dead Nerves back in the day.
Oh, that
And we
era.
were listening to this, and I'm like, back then, don't forget, I hated deathcore, right? So I reached out to like the drummer at the time, and I'm like, yo, have you heard that band Traders? And he was like, no. I'm like, yeah, go listen to him. And then he was like, yo, this is dog shit. And I was like, right? Hey, you're just playing ones and zeros, bro. Like, who listens to this? But then in secret, I was just at home, like, I was like, damn, this shit's heavy.
This shit's heavy.
So, yeah, like, so that's the thing where it's like, and then I was like, you know what? I started understanding why people liked it. I was like, it's not about being technical. It's not about being, like, flashy, right? It's about saying stuff that hit people right in the feels, right? Like Dead Nerves, bro, it's a sad song when you look at the lyrics. And I was just like, damn, bro. And I remember because I ordered the shirt back in the day. It was sold by We Are Triumphant. I don't know if you remember that label. But like they had like
bro,
they had a Trader shirt that said like
brought me back, bro. Holy shit. Bro, they used to follow me on Instagram back in the day.
So I have an old sweater of We Are Triumphant with like the elephant.
Are they still around?
I think they do like pop punk now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they do like that and like alternative and shit.
Yeah. Like I think that's what's going on. But like yeah, like I remember shirt from Traders, and it was a gray shirt.
Okay, let me check.
And on it was written, "Here lies a broken man that is beaten by his own hands," like the lyrics of Dead Nerves. And yeah, like, and then I looked at the guys, and I'm like, "Why don't we do this?" And then they were like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Lower shit, like, you know, like I've been shredding power metal for years now. Let's take it easy, you know."
All I was gonna say to you was like, yeah, they used to follow me on Instagram back in the day. And I think my buddy, I don't know if you know the band. No, you're working with Brandon from Deviation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Brandon Belayu is my fucking buddy. I've known him for like 10 years, dude. When he was in Design the Skyline.
Can you say his last name again?
Belayu.
Hey, Beauchamp.
What?
It's so weird because he has a French last name.
Does
so,
he?
like, to hear it, like, in English, yeah, it's Beaulieu. It means nice place.
Oh. I thought I
more like nice area.
Because I thought he was, like, Hispanic.
Well, I mean, I know he has some French roots because we've talked before. So, like, you know, but, like, that's the thing with the States, bro. Y'all a melting pot, right?
Yeah.
So, like, it's complicated. Like, even, like, me, you know, like, I have a bunch of native family, like, and... Like even my last name is English, so like
yeah,
it's complicated, man. Like
no, yeah, for sure, dude. Like I said, we'll see if he'll join us in a moment. But like I said, it's crazy because I met him like 10 years ago because he lives like maybe an hour and a half from where I live, dude. And I met him when he was originally in Design the Skyline, like when he was just their bassist. Yeah. And then he joined. He was also I don't remember if he was the vocalist or the guitarist for Wineville, but he used to be in Wineville, and he was also the guitarist for So This Is Suffering for a little bit, and then he was also the guitarist for the vocalist for he's the vocalist for Dissidia now, so that's his main project, and then he's got his other band, 1000 Degree Knife, which is a dope band. I just played an Infinectomy show with 1000 Degree Knife a couple months ago.
And they're dope, yeah?
Dude, they're fucking crazy. I told him I want to get, like... Okay, so if I were king, right, my ideal show would be you guys to headline, be the main headliner, then We Are the End. Then it would be like either Dissidia or his band 1000 Degree Knife, one of the two, and then Infinectomy, then fucking Meridian Parkway, which is a deathcore band from here that's really dope. I'll get you guys in contact with them because you should work with them when you come out to the States because they can get you guys.
Shout out to all of them.
Yeah, they can get you guys hella stuff. They would fuck with you guys for sure. But
oh my god, I just remembered we were talking about the origin of Beyond Deviation. That's what we were talking about.
Oh yeah,
now that I think about it. Yeah, sorry. And then that's why we were talking about Traders. Essentially, yeah, we were like a parody like we were not a parody, but like we were trying to recreate that sound, which is why, by the way, white noise it goes like dun, 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 but that's because of Dead Nerd. Dun, 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 dun.
I see. I have
we were just trying to recreate that sound, but then at first I was looking for like a tough guy kind of vocalist, like more of a you know, or something like that.
Like kind of like Jamie from I Declare War.
Yeah. And then Guillaume sent me like a clip of him doing like a cover of Unanswered from Suicide Silence back in the day or something. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? I'm like, since when you can scream like that, brother? And yeah, sorry, like then we decided to work together.
So it was just you guys both originally?
It was technically me, the drummer, and the guitar player. But like the drummer and the guitar player, they're also brothers. The old ones, right?
Yeah.
And like we don't really talk to the drummer anymore. The guitar player, yeah, though he was actually at the last show we played.
Nice.
Like he's yeah, he always says like, he's like, yes, I was in the band, but I'll always be a fan. I'm like, that's awesome, brother. Shout out to Roch. You're pretty. I love you. But yeah, no, like I'd say most of the old members we have like good relationships with them. But like
yeah,
and then Guillaume decided to leave for like personal reasons that were actually horrible reasons. And if he was here right now, you would agree. So I'm not even talking shit. And yeah, like he regretted it. So we rolled with Matt Project for a little bit. Like he was in Suffocate for a bit.
What?
Yeah. So we rolled with him for Flight King.
Holy shit.
And then there was something that happened. I can't even remember what it was, but like he got like, I don't know. I think he had to like quit a show for like bad reasons or something, but like that was like holding us back pretty bad. So we were just like, whatever, we'll do our thing. So we found another guy, and then eventually Guillaume came back. But yeah, like I'd say we started like 2013, 2014 started writing. Oh yeah, and that's what I was about to say. I slammed a fucking 24-pack of beer, and then I wrote the entire White Noise EP in one night.
No way, dude. Shit. How did you write it?
I don't know, bro. I can't remember.
Damn, because you were just so fucking.
I was drunk as shit.
Fucking. I was gonna say, so y'all made that first EP. You got that. All right. You know what? Fuck it. I'm about to get controversial. I am so glad y'all. Shit. I am so fucking glad y'all got Guillaume back. Is that how you say his name?
Well, it's Guillaume.
Guillaume. Oh, it is Guillaume. Yeah, well, okay.
Guillaume in English.
No.
There's a real name because in Spanish it's Guillermo.
Guillermo. It's Guillermo. So
but
in French.
In English, there's a word for it. Yeah. I guarantee you.
Guillermo.
It doesn't sound like Guillaume at all.
It's like Guillermo, I think.
No. In English, there's actually a name, but I can't. It might actually come back.
Gerard?
But look it up on your phone. Look it up on your phone. Guillaume in English.
But yeah,
it's super weird.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. From like 2017 up until like 2021, like I did not care for Freddie. I'm sorry, his vocals were not my thing.
So we're not like, look, there's a lot of things that was said. William in English.
William. Oh, yeah. So that's like the French version of William. I'm not even, and honestly, I'm not even attacking his character. All I was gonna say was just like I don't feel like he was really like a great fit for the band. Like when y'all had like two vocalists or whatever, I was just kind of like, you know.
Yeah, like for me, bro, like the way I see it is like he's a person that does better on his own.
Yeah.
So like I'm glad that like he found his own thing, his own niche, and he's doing his thing, and I'm happy for him for that. Like, personally, I think we probably have the best chemistry we've ever had right now with, like, all the guys, and, like...
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, right now it's pretty good.
Good.
It's like these guys are way more involved. I mean, of course, Roch, like, I wouldn't say that about Roch, because Roch was super involved too, but, like, you know, in recent years, let's say.
So you guys only had 2 vocalists in your whole chorus band?
3.
3. Who was the other guy?
Guillaume, Matthew, and Fred.
Who's Matthew?
Crosscast. He was the vocalist for Suffocate for a little bit.
What?
Yeah, and he got deported halfway through a tour.
What the fuck, dude? That's crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot more to the story too, but like I don't think that's my place to talk about it, right?
You're good.
Yeah, but like apparently it was very complicated. That's all I'm gonna say.
That is wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's basically because like the freaking the Mexican way. Yeah, so like the thing is like he got deported because like I think he went there without a work visa or something.
Oh.
Yeah, and they caught onto it. I think he got like stopped by a cop or something, and they were like, "Oh, you have your papers," and he only had Canadian papers, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, "What the fuck?" And yeah, he got deported, and like, yeah, it got complicated, bro. Like, it's hard to explain because, like I said, I don't think it's my place to say that, right?
No worries,
man.
Does
that make sense?
Yeah, whatever you're not comfortable sharing.
Well, it's not even about that. It's just like because I only have one side, right?
Oh.
Like in the sense that like I never talked to the guys in Suffocate. I don't know them at all. So like I don't want to say things that might be untrue when I have no clue.
Dude, you know I remember at the beginning of the year seeing something about like that supposedly they were like coming back or something like that.
I have no idea, man. Like it's to me, like personally, if they were to do a comeback, I think they should come back with a different name and just try to start from scratch. You know what I mean?
You think so?
Like, yeah, because there was so much going on behind the scenes with these guys, from what I understand. Once again, right? Like,
yeah,
it's like, yeah, it's complicated, man.
Well, shit. So y'all got Fred. What EP was Matthew on?
Plague King.
Plague King, really? Oh, okay. So the entirety of Plague. Yeah, you're right. I like Plague King. I like some of Fred's stuff. Not all of it's bad. But it's just like it's not like my favorite of your guys' work personally. Just like I feel like.
Well, another thing with his stuff is that like the way he does music, there's a lot of like, so like the effects and stuff. Like they're gonna be like guitars that are stretched with like 1,000 effects to make them sound a certain way, and that's fine. But you can't recreate that live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of where my issue was. That's kind of why we don't play Identity Crisis live either. There's so many like weird effects going on that it's like it's not natural. And that's something that like a lot of people said when we started making music again, when they were like, oh, like I'm glad that you guys are keeping it raw, you know what I mean? Like the way it was originally, and like, and that's what we're trying to do. Actually, we're trying to go even more raw for the next one.
So for the future, like what? So if I understand, you just dropped an EP, right? Like your new EP.
Yeah.
What's it called again? I'm sorry. Entities. So.
Yeah, not entity. You know,
yeah.
But like you know.
Yeah.
I
listened to it like ever since it came out, and I think it's really good, dude. Like.
Yeah, it's a going back to the basics, like for sure.
Yeah, I hear that. I really hear that. It sounds like you guys went back like 10 years and then just decided like let's just do that sound, but like we're a more mature band now. You know, like we've matured a lot and grown a lot since especially musically. I'm sure, since he started. Yeah. So I think it's cool because like Sean is more of like a fan of. Lorna Shore, the Black and Deathcore stuff, and like Awaken Providence and stuff like that, and all the MySpace deathcore stuff. Personally, I'm more of a fan of like what you guys have been doing for years, which is like I'm obviously more of a beat down and down tempo kind of guy. Like that, Chris. Like I love fucking what's that one band? Yeah, actually, Traders, and fucking I like from that era. I really like Rex. Rex is fucking...
Oh.
Dude.
Yeah, I think with Rex too... Wait, did Rex change their name at some point?
I don't believe so. I think they only had
no. There was another band during that time that was doing downtempo. Fuck, what was their name? It was so funny because like we were on tour and we stopped at like a gas station, right? Get gas, food, whatever. And there's a van there of another band. Whoa. And I look at them and they look like deathcore kids. I'm like, who the fuck are you guys? And they were like, oh, we're that band from the States. I'm like, ain't no way, bro. We're playing a festival tomorrow together. Like, what are the odds, right? Like,
yeah.
Can't remember who it was. They were pretty popular at the time. They had to change their name, and then that kind of messed up the whole thing, you know?
Yeah. Well, shit.
I thought you were close for a second, though. But yeah, maybe that'll come back. It's just, man,
Acranius and fucking, Chamber of Malice and fucking, what's that one band? Spawn of Disgust and shit like that. Oh. And like that era of deathcore, like I fucking love that shit. Like you remember what was it called? Clawhammer, like and all those bands.
Oh, yo, I totally forgot these guys existed. Holy shit. Yeah, no, I do remember that. That shit was dope.
That was all like the Slam Worldwide like beatdown era of like fucking, shit like that.
Yeah, because that was also like, because I remember but Clawhammer, like it was Alan who did their cover. From Distance.
Did he do their cover?
Back then, yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the one that did their album cover. And Alan back then, he was in a different band. Can't remember the name. Jeez, man, it's been years, eh?
Yeah, it has been years. I'm trying to invite Sean to this call because he says he can't join.
What band was he in? It was... Fuck, man, and they probably made the first version of 400 in a way because they had a song with like 9 or 10 vocalists. Yeah. But it wasn't X King X. It was before that.
Yeah.
Because X King X did that with like multiple vocalists on tracks. But like they had a song with like 7 vocalists on the same track. It was pretty sick.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the fuck that song name was called because I remember seeing that on like I don't know if it was Pure Deathcore or that other deathcore label. What the fuck was it? The guy who was from I don't know if he was from Canada. Fucking.
Are you talking about Chugcore?
Chugcore. Chugcore. That's what it was.
Yeah, Chugcore. There was Total Deathcore, Pure Deathcore.
Oh.
Big Squills and Breakdowns, right? Because they were more, Big Squills and Breakdowns were way more active back then. That's another thing.
There was there were so many back then, dude. You and I are from the same fucking era of like music, dude. I swear. Obviously,
it's weird looking back.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy because like nobody really makes like I don't know if you've ever heard of like a California-based band called Heretic AD, but they're also really sick. They're kind of in your guys' lane as well.
It's like the name like reminds me of something, so I might have like seen them or something, like their name pop up,
Dude, if you ever go on YouTube when you get off this interview, go listen to their first EP from 2018. I forget what it's called. It might be self-titled, but they're called Heretic AD. They're literally like similar music as you guys, and they're fucking crazy, bro. They're from LA.
Yeah.
That will be my one recommendation to you for you guys for this interview is to go listen to them because they're fucking amazing.
I'm trying to think of like modern bands that like I like, but like hard to say. Like, I mean, I don't dislike any of them. It's just I don't really listen to deathcore. Yeah, no, like that's the thing. Well, that's the thing I was saying too earlier. It's like I don't listen to deathcore mostly because I don't want to sound like people. I want people to sound like me. I know that it's cliche because I know Mitch Lucker said the same, but like it's true though.
It is really
you
true.
You don't want to just because, bro. One time I was telling you that earlier. I wrote a full song, Tony. Okay, I send it to the drummer, and the drummer looks at me and he goes, "Bro, that's the dot from I Declare War." And I basically just rewrote the whole song without thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's fucking funny.
I think that's when I decided to stop doing that.
Oh. Is he gonna join?
Yes.
Oh shit! Look who it is, the man himself. So here's my gripe with the scene currently. Okay, here's my fucking gripe. My whole gripe is that when I started, Kris, like, obviously I was doing that whole, like, wearing the grills and being like, oh, I'm Tony Slam, and posting on deathcore groups every day,
I told him the whole story.
Oh, you did?
I told him your whole timeline, like, Tony Slam. At some point you were Tonya.
What did he have to say after all of it?
I just thought it was funny. I was like, he was the master shit poster. Like,
I had a point. Hold on. Sorry.
Yes.
I obviously was like very edgy when you met me, Kris. So it's like I like, obviously I'm like edgier. I was edgier back then, and I'm kind of edgy now. But like, it's like I'm very like mature, if that makes sense. And like,
baby.
But like the dudes who, if you remember, like the dudes who were posting like the whole like Wigger Slam thing or whatever, like like, so I don't associate with that anymore because like obviously it's very like racist, like
like that's something that, like, once again, bro, like it's like, it's also a like time thing where it's like back in the day, it's kind of like it was kind of like accepted, I guess.
Yeah.
But then time goes by, you learn and you grow from it.
Yeah, I'm kind of more of like a thing of like, I just like, the dudes, some dudes in the scene were like shitting on me for not like still identifying with that, and I was kind of like, dude, I'm a white guy and from Southern California, like, I don't need to be going around like saying the N-word and stuff like that and acting like black or whatever. Like, I'm perfectly comfortable in my own skin just being a normal weird white guy.
It's like, just the premise is racist, right? Because it's like, oh, we're white dudes acting like black people. It's like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? What does that even mean, when you think about it? Like,
I always try to, like how you mentioned with like trans people, I always try to set everybody to an equal standard as far as like, if you're an asshole, you're an asshole. If you're not an asshole, you're not an asshole.
Well, yeah, that's like, that's how it should be done socially.
But people don't do that. They have to like attack people's like identity or backgrounds to like make them feel like morally superior in some type of way. And it's like the whole thing with like people hate Israel, right? But it's like, I hate Israel, but I don't hate Jewish people. You know what I mean? Like that, like Jewish people themselves hate Israel and what they're doing. Like So it just kind of annoys me.
It's like, it's such like an American thing, though, right? Because it's like, you guys have like just closed eyes with that country, but like when it comes to us, it's like, I try not to like involve like, that's the thing where it's like, I feel like a lot of issues from the States kind of fall into Canada when it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always like, brother, we have people starving in the streets right now, and we're worried about a war that has nothing to do with
us.
Like, and as much as I understand trying to, like, be in solidarity and all that, I agree 100%. But at the same time, it's like we still have people starving in the streets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I never
There's
see
real problems at hand.
It's like, man, like, we have a fucking Gatineau, like, our town was known to be basically like almost homeless free. Like, we had like 2, 3. They were all in Ottawa. Yeah. And then now we have tent city of people working full time. By the way,
fuck, dude.
It's crazy. Like, it's like, and nobody does shit. And I'm always like, it's like that. That's why I'm always like, what I hate is that like a lot of issues from the States kind of just like fall into Canada, and I'm like, guys, like, we got our own shit to fix, and it's like, nobody's perfect, America's far from perfect. Same here. We got our issues. Like, if I have a heart attack right now, I'm probably dead.
Yeah,
it is garbage. What it is. Like,
that is garbage.
Dead Canada right now. Well, I mean, once again, you say this, and then some Canadians are going to be like, "That's not true. I went to the hospital the other day, and I got in 20 minutes." And it's like, I'm glad that your hospital is like this, but the hospital in our city is considered the worst hospital in North America.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like, I think we have our own shit to fix, and that's why, like I said, I tried to not weigh in too much on like American politics because I don't think it's my place to say. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I'm way more. That's why I play music, man, because I wasn't meant to be a politician.
I suck at it. You know what opinion I have is, and this goes for every single band. Okay, so obviously bands like Metallica, Anthrax, back in the day, AC/DC and stuff, they were political, right? I understand that like bands are political, and I also understand the side of like some people being fed up with bands spreading certain political messages. But what I do not agree with is the fact that like bands have not always been political. That is a stupid take, and I don't know where people got that from, and it's fucking stupid. Whoever created that fucking Goths Against Cancel Culture group, by the way, if you're watching this, fuck you. You're a fucking nerd.
Dude, at first I thought it was a shitpost thing. I really thought that's what it was. I was like, there's no way this is
a real group. No, it's a real fucking group, dude. It's like actual like goths who are like what me and Sean are doing is completely different from what those fucking nerds are doing. Like me and Sean are just giving like just about every band that wants to hit us up on the in the scene a platform, Like obviously as long as they're not a fucking pedo or something or whatever. But besides the point, what we're doing is called counterculture like stuff, because like we're not politically correct in the same sense of like, like we're I don't know, we're just not politically correct, I guess. But because I guess like our show is a little bit more edgy because we like, interview slam bands and shit like that. Anyways,
yeah.
So like what those fucking nerds are doing in that group are completely different from what we're doing. Those guys are just a bunch of fucking like Reddit nerds.
Well, that's the thing, bro. Like, there's levels to everything, right? Like, that's all you got to see it. Where it's like, but like even us, Bridge to Extinction is technically a political album, like EP, because we basically did it with a band from Ottawa, like a split with them, and like so essentially the whole concept was like that, like the French and the English hate each other, right? Yeah. But then in the background, there's a bunch of native people starving.
That's fucking.
So essentially, we're just not like attacking the right thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what like the idea.
I mean, we do that here in North America too. I don't think it's political.
It's you, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
But if I may ask, gentlemen, because I ended up joining late, where in the kind of assorted
we wrapped up the like how they started just a little while ago. I think we got cut off. I think you just joined when we wrapped up. Like, oh, they're gonna be like they just because we got to like Entity, their EP or whatever. Okay. But yeah, we were talking. We were kind of. What's that?
Maybe like part 2-ish or what?
And then I also asked them like, the like their history and stuff like that, and went through all that.
Yeah. So that's more or less part 1. Okay. So yeah, sorry gentlemen for joining late. I did not expect to be at my job as long as I was, like literally driving an hour and a half away from home just to check on some dehumidifiers and air scrubbers in random people's houses on a whim. I'm the only one working this weekend, and then I earn $30 an hour with it over the weekend. So I'm like, of course I'm gonna fucking go out over the weekend, and then next weekend I'm going up to Payson, dog. I'm going up into the woods. I'm disappearing for a little bit. It's gonna be fucking awesome because I have a car. I finally have a car again, and I've had a car for like a week, but it's pretty low on gas. So thank you guys for joining the show and being a part of this. We've been trying to get Beyond Deviation on for a little bit, maybe not in the DMs, but we've been trying to manifest it for a long time for sure. Yeah. Because Beyond Deviation is one of those bigger dogs, I would argue, up in the Canadian, the country
deathcore scene.
Yeah, the death. Exactly. Like, Beyond Deviation has been on the wish list since at least year one. It's just like I
Dude,
never thought
ever since I joined, ever since I fucking joined.
Yeah, for sure. This dude's like, yo, Beyond Deviation though.
Please,
when, man. But like that's the thing where it's like, man, we're just dudes, right? Like it's like you know, and anyone that's watching, you know, you have a freaking school project, you need to interview or whatever. Who cares? Hit us up, man. We'll do it. Like we just like talking to people. Like we're very down to earth guys. Like we don't. Of course, it's a little tricky because we don't all speak English, right?
Right.
So like even like the guitar player that was there, that's why he didn't say much because he doesn't really speak English. So like, and sometimes it might come out wrong. That's the thing. So like, you know, you could try to say like a joke and it comes out as fucking offensive. You know what I mean? Because like,
so Kris,
you don't know.
let's run this through. So pre Beyond Deviation, like, what was your first ever band that you were in?
Yo, my first ever band was called. Oh Lord, I can't remember. It was like Amethyst or something like that. But, and we were doing like a weird mix of like punk rock and metal. And then I discovered power metal and started loving that. So we started a high school band of power metal. We were called Legend or something, like super like corny.
Corny or horny?
No, yeah. But like fun fact, like the fucking first Dragon Corps song, like From the Sky, like the chorus lead, like the
that one, yeah.
That was from my high school band. Like that was a riff from one of those songs.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of Dragon Corps stuff that I wrote, like most of the leads came from that band.
That's sick though. That's kind of a dope tie back.
Reuse them, you know. And then I joined a metalcore band when I was like 18 or 19, and something like that. It was called I Want My Lawyer. I don't know if you remember.
I Want My Lawyer.
Yeah, man. Like I joined them. They already existed, right? So I just joined them, and then I started like kind of getting more into like deathcore and stuff. So I thought like I Want My Lawyer was a little soft. So I was always trying to like get them to be a little harder. Eventually we started Pair of English.
So like were you originally the guitarist for that band?
No, actually I was a vocalist at first. I was.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. It's complicated. Yeah.
Dude, like, bro, your guitar work on that EP, dude, is fucking insane.
Well, that was mostly Vince. That was the other, another Vince. Yeah.
Oh.
You know, it's complicated because like even the first EP there was like 2 songs that I wrote on guitar. So like it was all.
I always just felt like you know, I know you don't really listen to like that much Slam, Kris, but like I always thought you guys were like the Canadian version of like Cranium. You know what I mean? I always felt like Guillermo was always like you know, like Martin, and I always felt like you were Matt's, and I felt like the other guys, like, at the time anyway, were like, you know, the other dudes, you know, like, I don't know. I always looked up to you guys like as like one of my idols, you know.
Yeah, it's so weird to us when we hear that because like even especially for these guys, it's their first time like being in a like pretty decently big band, let's say, right? So it's like that fans come up to you and be like, "Yo, can I have a picture?" That's a good feeling, eh?
That's it. What is
It's interesting to. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just
Tony.
I was just gonna ask another one of them the questions of if you guys could collaborate with like any fucking, you know, it doesn't have to be deathcore. It could be fucking Taylor Swift or somebody, like any musician out in the music scene. That like it can be your choice. Canceled or not canceled doesn't matter. Well, who would you pick?
Who is it for you? Oh,
okay.
Yeah, then to a completely different route, bro. I would collab with West Side Gun, bro. Any day, bro.
West Side Gun.
Give me some. Hey, yo, and some Hell yeah! Boom, boom, boom.
You you guys should collab with like a rapper and get like a. Okay, so Orbital Gate did this, and so did Invirulent and Potato, I think, or one of the two projects. But they basically did a slam cover of a rap song, and then did like rap vocals over it.
That was Invirulent.
Was it Invirulent? Yeah, it was Invirulent.
Yeah, that was Envy.
You guys, but for rapper wise, you guys should get fucking. It'd be really funny if you guys managed to get like Lil Windex or Lil Xan or somebody to like just like or some shit.
Fucking, what's his face? Riff Raff, bro.
Riff Raff, yes. Riff Raff.
My plans to blow up and act like I don't know nobody. You know, I love it. Love it.
Oh, actually, you know what? Because all the dudes from the 5XL deathcore scene hate me. You guys should collab with Crime Slug and then just get the white guy who says the N-word to just say the N-word on your track.
Jesus Christ, bro, that'd be insane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't collab with those guys.
Yeah, maybe not, maybe not. But like, it's like, man, like collabing, like I said, Mia would probably be some rapper or something, but that's a dream collab, right? Because I always say like there's dream collabs and there's ones, right? Like in theory, Suicide Silence is not
hard to get.
But I mean, which is best. Oh, thinking in the niche. Okay, that's a little different. Yeah. That'd be a little tricky for sure. Like,
maybe you guys should hit him up.
But like realistically, like I mean. With Dragon Corpse, we got a feature from the guitar player of Dragonland, which was one of my favorite guitar player ever. So, like, to me, it's like that part is already done of that dream. You know what I mean? But then when it comes to vocalists, I would probably say like Phil Bozeman or something.
Okay.
Because like for me, Whitechapel is probably the first deathcore band that I went like, God, okay, this is sick. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I remember hearing them like back in the day, and I was like, Jesus Christ, okay, so deathcore can be cool.
I don't know if you know. Do you like Memphis rap, Kris?
Who? Sorry.
Do you like Memphis rap?
Well, I mean, I'm older, right? So like, I'm more into like boom bap and like old school hip hop, right? So like, I mean, I don't hate it. That's like, more like the
36 Mafia and Koopsta and Project Pat and stuff like that. So, 6 years ago, I got a fucking feature with Gangsta Boo.
Shit! Okay, that's good.
And then she passed away like 2 years later.
I didn't know that actually. That's
what?
That's the beauty, by the way, of not being too much on the internet. You don't get depressed by that stuff. Like.
Speaking of that, dude, the fact that recently we had a guest from like year 2 or 3 that was on the show pass away just a couple days ago. Fucking yeah, dude. Paul Benson from Arizona local venue Club Red. He passed away. I don't know if you know who that is, Tony, because you're Cali local.
Yes, I do know.
Yeah.
Club Red.
There was the memorial for him is on the 22nd. Me and Derek are going to be going to that because we were trying to utilize this show to raise some money, and we did technically help raise like $1,000 to cover like a $50,000 medical bill. But yeah, he passed away of cardiac arrest after having another episode, and he passed away on the way to hospital. So yeah, like that happened like a couple days ago. As me and Derek Ryan, formerly of Invirulent, now of Gorpulent, and some other projects, like we were talking about figuring out a new mascot for Gorpulent and this and that, and he's like, yeah, I'm kind of emotionally numb right now, dude. Like, one of my friends just died. He sent me a picture, and it's fucking Paul, this dude I met and hosted on the show. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, the show
that's a weird feeling, bro. And you'll see as you get older, man, more and more of your people is freaking dropping, man. Like, it's a wild feeling, I gotta say, and it's something that like I feel like nobody really prepares you for either, right? It's like you get older and like everybody dies. It's like it's crazy, bro. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I've had 4 people that I knew just in high school that passed away of different circumstances. One died because he wanted to be involved in the gang life, and he got stabbed 27 times by one of his roommates. because of a deal that probably went wrong, and he's probably like, no, fuck you, and so they stabbed him 27 times. They had a whole plan out too.
I don't want to be rude. I know it's probably out of place to make a joke, but did he happen to know a guy named Euronymous?
Oh shit, dude.
We're doing black metal jokes now.
I'm sorry.
Wrong generation. You just gotta make light of it.
Damn guys, man.
So fucking
I was like, did he happen to know a guy named Burzum?
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that like little Varg freaking stab? But like, yo, did you see that this fucker has a TikTok?
Yeah, I follow him on TikTok.
Oh my God.
Bro, it's the weirdest shit ever. Like, it's the weirdest shit ever, bro. People in the comments.
He's an ultra white nationalist now, dude.
Yeah, bro, but it's hilarious. Have you seen the comments? Like a black guy wearing a Burzum shirt, and he's like, "Do you like me, though, Varg?"
Yeah, it's like fucking dude.
They're trolling him.
I saw one dude where it was a trans girl, and she had like a Burzum shirt on and like a mini skirt or whatever and fishnets, and she had like boots and was like posed like this in the picture, and she was like, "Look, Varg, I'm a trans woman. Do you like me now?"
That's the energy we need, bro.
That shit was so funny, dude. Good for that girl, dude. Good for her.
But yeah, bro, like, yeah, and like, let's be real, bro. Like, trans people get so much fucking hate online. It's insane, dude, bro. Like, with the fucking Volvadinia announcement, bro, I was like,
out here in SoCal, there are so many like trans people that like Burzum and like black metal and all, like, and I'm like, you guys do know that those guys are like racist, right? And they're like Nazis, right? And they're like, yeah, but like their music, it's fucking sick. And I'm like, to each his own, man, I guess.
I'm not gonna talk shit. No, look, I am gonna talk shit. I do believe their music is extremely trash, but that's me though. Like,
which band?
It's like Burzum. That's me. I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah.
Never been a fan.
I can kind of take it or leave it, you know.
Because like me, at least I'm not like looking up to them, so it doesn't feel bad that nobody's trash. But you know, like, you know, it is what it is. Dude, but yeah, like the whole like Volvadinia announcement, bro. Like, yo, girl, you do you, man. Fuck them people. Fuck them people. Like,
bro, why is like, even with vocalist?
Chorus, bro, we had fucking Echo do like she was modeling one of our shirts, and like,
oh shit,
it was like hundreds of hate comments for her, bro. 100, and I was sitting there, bro, deleting all of them, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, bro, people are insane. It's like, why do you care so much? Like, look, and oh man, you know, it's insane to me. Just let people do that.
What is so not to get off topic, but like, what's the future looking like for you guys? What's your plans for the future?
Well, we do want to release like a fun experimental EP while we're like writing something more serious, right?
Where's that full length at, man? Come on.
So the reason why we don't do full length, honestly, it's not worth it money wise. It really isn't. Like what we did, right? We did one full length, and it costed us a shit ton of money, barely sold, and like. But then we do a 4-track EP, bro, and everybody's buying. Like,
oh.
So we're like, you know what? Let's keep it that. Well, I mean, Sabella was kind of doing the same thing. They were just dropping EPs, bro. Like,
yeah. Well,
shout out to Bella, rest in peace. Amazing band, love them.
Okay. No, it's definitely more costly these days, whether it's just like one person on their own funding an entire album worth of ghost written instrumentals, or a great collection of people that happen to be working together to contribute to something that big. But I don't know, man. I think Beyond Deviation is one of those projects that, with to pull it up and quote it, with 15.9 thousand monthly listeners just on Spotify alone. I mean, I don't want to be one that focuses on numbers, but I think the demand is kind of there.
See, me, I hate this because that's probably the lowest we've ever been.
Oops.
I'm always like, I look at those numbers, I'm like, come on, fans, come on.
You guys are doing way better than most bands, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, but like, you know, like, I always say, like, I don't compare myself to like locals, right? I compare myself to the big boys because that's where I want to be. If that makes sense. And it's like people are like, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing it for the success," and it's like, yeah, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, but at the same time, it's like if your goal is to have 20 fans, well, I would have retired already years ago. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, I put myself like I give myself the goal of being one of the big guys, and hopefully we get there. And if we don't, well, at least I tried. You know, like that's how I see it. And I love to set my expectations very high for the band because I put my expectations for myself very low. So.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, like I wish, you know, like we're the kind of band where it's like you listen to it the first time, you're just like, what the hell is this? And then you remember something from it and you're like, damn, that was kind of cool. Then you go back to it and then you start to understand more of the vision of it. And it's like I've had people tell me it's like, oh, I like it, but like it's slow and it's just weird. And it's like, yeah, that's the goal. Like if it made you uncomfortable, it means I've done my job. Like that's what I'm trying to do. Like,
ironic. If I may ask, this is definitely one of the questions that I think leans more into the brand of the show, unless Tony has already happened to ask this question. I just wanted to ask about the DNA of Beyond Deviation. And what I mean by this is just where the name came from. Tony, did you ask that already?
No.
So the name was actually kind of a weird thing. So as I told Tony earlier, we were supposed to be called Carnage Anal, which is anal carnage. And then, because we were supposed to just be like a local band playing a few shows here and there, like we didn't think much of it. And then when it came to the day of paying the guy to do the logo, and it was the drummer who was paying for it. And he looks at me, he's like, bro, I'm not paying for a logo that says fucking anal carnage. And then I was like, well, I mean, bro, like it's the guy's ready to do it now. So what the fuck can we do? And I was trying to start a different project, more of a genty kind of thing on the side, and it was supposed to be called Beyond Deviation. So, and I was like, well, I got that name, like you know, I have the page made for it and everything already, and I'm like, use that. And then they were like, yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense too, because like within our sound, we try to like deviate a lot from like what we usually do. We like to like we like to do what I call like throw a curveball. So it's like you have like that one song on the EP that you're like, what the fuck is this? You know, like this is so different. And I try to do this on every release. But like, but yeah, that's how the name came up. Honestly, it was just random. And like I said, we never thought that we would do anything really. Like it was supposed to just be a bunch of buddies drinking, doing drugs, and playing music. You know, like.
Yeah.
And then turns out it was a little more.
There you go.
You guys definitely make noise for sure.
Yes. Kettle noises. At that. I was listening to all the music that the whole top charting songs, like right before I got home, I would say, because I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I know what these guys sound like, but I think I need to do some homework before I get home.
You need to do your homework for this episode, but I needed to do no homework for this episode.
No, he's right.
I've known Kris for many, many years.
Many years, yeah. Like, it's been a while.
I think it's rather interesting, too, because I was indeed interviewing the frontman of Dragon Corpse, Marty Lee, at the time that Kris was still in Dragon Corp. So, like, technically our paths crossed a long time ago, but it's just like I didn't have him in session with me and Marty.
Technically your paths crosscast, if you will.
Yeah, shout out Marty. shout out Australian boy.
I'm ready for them to drop new music. And I was like so sad when you decided to announce your departure, but it's like you got so much shit going on, and it kind of seemed like they were continuing at a slower pace. So it's like,
well, the thing is, actually, it was different. What was going on with Dragon Corps is that like the vision started to shift a little bit, and like it was a mix of things, right? I was going through a medical depression. The band was like shifting from the original vision, and like I felt like I couldn't write for it anymore, like properly, and honestly, I wasn't having fun anymore, which is like
a big thing.
Yeah, that's another thing. But then again, you know, like sometimes that's just how it goes, right? And it has nothing to do with these guys, bro. Because like Justin, the drummer, amazing guy, probably the best drummer I've toured with. You know, Mark is he's a monster on everything he touches. Marty is Marty, right? I mean, like the guy can scream, he can sing, he can do it all. I mean, I think Noah's still in there too. Noah's one of my good friends, will probably forever be a friend. So like, nothing against these guys whatsoever. Like, it's really just a personal thing. It just didn't feel right anymore, you know?
Right. But I just find it very interesting that we ended up crossing paths that way before. But now I finally get to talk with you, man. Finally get to talk to you
directly.
So, one of the most important questions for the sake of the Anatomy Crosscast and its branding that I feel the need to ask the both of you would be regarding the band's DNA. If Beyond Deviation was the offspring of two parent bands and two parent bands alone, who would those two bands be?
And why?
And why?
Since I'm basically the only one that's right, I'd say obviously, well, especially in the beginning, I'd say we were probably like the love child of Traders and Korn, honestly.
Really?
Ooh. Yeah, because like that's where I get most of my lead ideas. It's from like old school
That
Korn,
makes
like,
sense now.
Like Life is Peachy era and shit like that. Like the weird leads and like the weird effects.
That's an interesting answer. We haven't gotten one like that before.
No, you know, I'm a huge fan of Korn, but like, I mean, old Korn, right? Like, I don't hate their new stuff, but like their old stuff. I'm a huge like Brian Ed Welsh guy when it comes to guitar. Mm-hmm. Like even his solo stuff for me was freaking amazing, and yeah, and it's probably one of the music that helped me get like sober up too. That's another thing, because like you wrote that for people with addictions and shit.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but like you mentioned Life is Peachy. I'm like, okay, so like the meth-induced era of Korn. Like,
yeah. Be honest. Oh, you know, like that back then, yo, their shit was crazy, bro. Like even the lyrical content, like the first Beyond Deviation, it was about like the horrors of being human, essentially, like all the gross things. And that's why a lot of our early stuff got like misrepresented a lot, because they were like, oh, why do you guys talk about rape and stuff like that? And it's like, because it's fucking gross. Like that's why. And it's like, we're trying to show the horrific side of what a human can become.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like every release has been about that too. It's just on different levels, like in different like areas of life, you know, like it talks about depression, it talks about murder, it talks about everything that you could hate about a human being. We talk about it, kind of.
Yeah. Beyond the deviation of the moral compass of humanity, or some shit like that.
The images here,
of the band's name.
Here you go. The images of my past mistakes, reminding me of my filth, rotting from the inside, digested by sin. My mind is going in reverse. Silence. Hear the sound. Interference. Distortion. The lack of sound revealing the true nature of a wretched man. I am facing what I deserve. Make the bitch squeal. Show me who you are. Make the bitch squeal. Show me who the fuck you really are. The feeling of my dick rotting through every orifice, grinding, slicing her throat using her fluids for lubrication. I don't regret my action, and I will do it again.
So, essentially, did you guys ever watch the movie called White Noise? By any chance?
I know that. I know what it's about, so you're good. I'm good.
So essentially, what it is, like that song, it was about like a guy that raped and killed a girl, and she's basically getting hunted by her ghost through like TVs and shit like that. Fun fact: one of our first shirt design was it was a guy, and like it's like he shot himself in the head, and you just had like the TV with static in the middle, and that's kind of what it was. It was about like this guy getting hunted by his mistakes, but like, and then we go back to the like he doesn't even care about it because that guy's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? But it's kind of like the other thing is when I wrote this, I was listening a lot to like the Thematic Defilement by Whitechapel, and how they went into it like in the first person as Jack the Ripper, kind of. So like that's kind of where it came from, you know. And then the more we go forward, the more I'm like more nuanced with what I say, I guess, and more like, I guess, less straight to the face, kind of, you know.
What question
I'm not talking about dicks anymore.
What a question I want to ask you, Kris. Like, what was your idea when because obviously you were the first like band to technically make like a track with more than like 30 vocalists on it, like did you guys like when you guys made that 400 vocalist track, so at the time, like did you ever consider like did you break any records with that by any chance? Did any like media company ever like reach out to you about that?
So yeah, so we were in the local news, like Quebec news, stuff like
Oh
that.
shit.
Like the issue is that when it came to like the Guinness World Record thing, they wanted like a video proof of every single vocalist, and I was like, brother, like how the hell do you do this with 400 people?
Tell
Like
them to
it's
do it on their
insanity.
phone, I guess.
Yeah, but then again, it's like where do you store that?
Yeah.
That's a shit ton of space, man. Especially if
Yeah.
you do it online like that, like it's tricky. So we were just like, you know what? Like, I guess Guinness can suck my, and we'll just do it, for fun, community kind of deal.
And then
I
Fred.
think that was kind of the goal too. Like, it was
Yeah.
just to have a good time with everybody, and then it turns out more people than we thought were into the idea. So like, why
Right.
not, right?
Well, yeah, because like when a person who's not in a band and wants to be a vocalist sees an opportunity to be on a track, I think like that really like drives them to be motivated to want to contribute to something. You know what I mean? I definitely think like it was kind of crazy when like Fred left and did like his own thing with like Nihilist, and then he did like the 666 vocalist thing, and I was like, brother, where the fuck are you storing all that on your fucking computer, bro? Like, you gotta have like more than one hard drive for that.
To be fair, the majority of the vocals were the same in theory. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he didn't change most of them. I know that, like, I think he made a post about, like, if you don't want to be on that one, like, reach out or something. Like, I don't know, bro. Honestly, I don't know. He blocked me, so I wouldn't know.
Oh,
my bad.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. Yeah, like, I mean, like, it's fine. Like I was telling Tony earlier, it's like, I'm just glad that he's doing his own thing by himself. Like, I think it's good that, like, he's a very, sorry, I'm French, so I'm trying to find, like, the right words for it, because, like, I don't want to sound, like, bad, but, like, he's good at working for himself, kind of. So, like, so I'm glad that he's in a solo project and doing
He's self-independent is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, so, like, and I think that's where a lot of the flashes came from when he was in the band, because, like, he's a lot like, oh, I want to do my thing, but then I'm also like, I want to do my thing.
You can't,
you know what I mean?
You can't do that as a band, because like the whole point of a band is to have like the same chemistry and to be on the same page.
Yeah.
And when one member is in their own little space, that causes like so many like ripples in the band.
Yeah, and like, he was more into like the weird effects and stuff like that, but I was more into like riffs, right?
Yeah.
And like I like, hardcore riffs and stuff, like in Plague King, that's basically all we do there. But it's like all we're trying to do is like, we're trying to, well, it's kind of like Beyond Deviation is like my brain as a band.
That actually touches on one of the questions we were going to ask you is what like, since you said that like you're basically like the brain of the band, what like separates you guys from other bands as far as like, your style and your music and your image and stuff like that? Like what separates you from other bands, you would say, uniquely?
I think one of them would be Guillaume's vocal. Not a lot of guys can read what you reach them. That, and also I think that what helps is that none of us actually listens to deathcore like regularly. Like, so like that's why I was gonna say, like, I wouldn't know, because like I don't even know what other people are doing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just kind of doing my thing. Like the only deathcore band I actively listen to is Last Seven, but yeah, like I say that, and also like the fact that like we go in with like, I guess, inspiration from all kinds of genres, since we listen to like different stuff. I mean, on the new stuff, I'm trying to write a deathcore boom bap song, and it's probably going to be a diss track too to make it even crazier. Like, I don't know who to diss yet, but maybe we could do it like a friendly diss. Maybe I could diss Will Ramos and be like, "Yo, answer your DMs, boy." You know what I mean? Like,
I'm working on I have a one-man slam project called Dismembered Engorgement, Chris, and
yeah. I know that one.
I'm working on a 8-track My Little Pony slam album called
oh my god.
Here, I'll leak some song titles for you. I got you.
I gotta get this project on the show. What the fuck?
My Little
It's
Pony,
just me.
So you're a brony, huh?
I've been a brony.
Bruh.
Here you go. This is the second album because I released my first album in 2018, so this would be the second album. It's called Flayed Skin is Magic by Dismembered Engorgement, and track 1 is called The Elements of Pinch Harmonics. Track 2 is called Slam is Gay, Friendship is Gayer. Track 3 is called Smile HD2, Electric Scootaloo. Track 4 is called Pinkie Pie's Mayo Jar. Track 5 is called The Brutality Mark Crusaders. Track 6 is called Clopping to Derpy Hooves Rule 34. Track 7 is called 5XL Brony Core. And then track 8 is going to be a diss track as well, Chris. So it's going to be called Cupcakes instead of Cupcakes.
Damn, like, are you going to be vocal about who you're aiming at, or?
Yeah, Crime Slug. Fuck 5XL Deathcore and fuck Crime Slug and fuck Loyal to the Foil. Fuck you guys. You guys are assholes. You're racist pieces of shit.
See, it's crazy because, like, since I don't even know any of them, like, it's great. Like, like, I get to just enjoy the name of the song. But like, if we're this, it's probably not going to be like serious. It's probably going to be like, just dissing friends for fun kind of deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like laughing at them and stuff.
Mine's more personal.
Yeah, like ours is probably going to be that. Because, like, I mean, we technically already have this track, so like there's more nuance, I guess, and hidden. Yeah. And also, I don't want to press you guys on this, but like my phone is almost dead. So like
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, how long did you make this last, Tony?
About 2 hours, 2.5 hours almost.
About 2 hours. Yeah, I think that will be good to go. We definitely don't want to deprive them of their mobile devices. And I got here a little bit late, but I mean, me and Tony just switched places this time. I was actually listening to the session where Tony joined in halfway through from earlier this year for the Medusa session. I was listening to that on the way home. But
I mean,
it was great.
And it's like, at the end of the day, like, as long as the questions are asked, right, the conversations are had, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, we got pretty good fucking good timing. Do you guys have any like announcements to make or any like social medias you want to shout out or anything like that?
Well, to be fair, I mean, shout out to 1134 Recordings, right? Our label right now, like, so far, they've probably been the easiest that we've had to work with. They're pretty nice. Awesome.
Shout out to Brandon.
Brandon Jackson. Hell yeah. Shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Solar Guitars. Shout out to Framus Guitars. Shout out to frickin' YBG Controllers. Shout out to, everybody that's down to work with us, honestly. And, like, I mean, announcements. We're working on new stuff. Like, it's like very early in the writing process right now. Mm-hmm. But like, I'd love to at least have something like a song released before the end of the year, maybe. Like not the EP, but like maybe a song. But it's gonna be like the fun EP, right? It's gonna be a little different. So expect something weird coming very soon. Yeah. And other than that, man, like we're doing our thing, printing more merch, getting there. Hop on the 1134 website. They got our there too. We're supposed to have some physicals dropping for entities soon. Same with some new merch for the release. And like we'd love a vinyl, probably of every single release we've done, but like slowly build towards that kind of
hell yeah.
Well,
but
like that's something like work in progress, right? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I think the only other thing that I would want to ask is, what band or band projects would you want to see dissected on the Anatomy Crosscast here in the near future, and why? So basically, this is for band recommendations.
Well, I mean, me, it's easy. It'd be the last 10 seconds of life, man.
Oh, dude, dude, our next session, our very next session is John Robert C. Fucking.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. There we go. Yo, shout out John. John's awesome. I hope you're doing good, brother. I hope you're, you're doing better. I know shit was rough lately, so shout out to him for sure. But
all you need to know, bro. All you need to know is Dirt Helmet. That is next for John. Is Dirt Helmet. It's like he described it as new metal mixed with crystal like metalcore. They're experimenting right now. They got some old original Last 10 Seconds of Life members. That is, I think, coming out sometime this year.
Also,
he's having a lot of fun with it, and he sent me some samples. So,
but speaking of that, though, like the fucking scene, bro, stop bullying bands into not experimenting, bro. The Violent Sound was awesome, Robert. It's my favorite last release, and I feel like a lot of people shat on him because of shat on them because of cleans and stuff. But like, bro, that album's fucking amazing. Like, it's one of my all-time favorites. Yeah. But like, I'd say Last Time. What about you? Like,
we talk about Traders a lot.
Traders, that's true. They could be dope.
We need to bring back those talented boys.
Traders.
Yeah. Traders. Again. Man, even Voltadina right now would be interesting considering like everything that's been happening to them and stuff. I think that'd be dope.
Okay.
Like,
we could probably look into that.
We got some big shoes to fill. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
let me just reach out to Cannibal Corpse. I'll get right on that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Voltadina is like pretty accessible. Like they're chill guys.
Yeah. And they got a new era unfolding with their new vocalist, their new front person. So that could be an opportunity. That could be really fun.
It could be cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely. And like I said, with the kind of attention they've been having lately, I think it'd be dope to see like how they feel about it. To be honest, I'm probably sure that they're just gonna laugh it out because like at the end of the day, it's promotion for them. So whatever.
At the end of the day, they're the ones laughing to the fucking bank because they get the views.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's why for me, I think, but I still think it'd be interesting to get them. And other than that, I'd say like I'd love to see maybe like a big name just coming on here, like I said, like Phil Bozeman or something. And I'm pretty sure these guys are accessible as much as like they seem to be hard to reach. Like they're probably accessible. It's my guess.
Dude,
but like,
if I could sit down and have a conversation with Bill and offer him as many affirmations as possible regarding the Valley and Kin and how in very specific context
your vocals are amazing. You just
dude, I'm not gonna lie, that new album is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's cool that they kind of went back to the basics. Eh?
They did.
Yeah.
They kind of did what Devourment did in 2019 when Devourment put out Obscene Majesty, in the sense of like they went back to their old sound, but it just has like modern production on it with like newer instruments and shit.
I mean, let's be real. Whitechapel got bullied into returning back to deathcore.
That is true. To be fair, I don't think their clean stuff was bad. I mean, it was definitely better than Suicide Silence.
Dude, what the fuck is Suicide Silence doing now? Okay.
Look, I'm gonna say, I was in on the meme for the thing, but like, look, I don't think it was as bad as people make it to be.
I wanted,
but it was not great.
Shit, man.
That's all I see.
No, it wasn't.
I'm gonna be honest. The only albums for Suicide Silence that I personally care for are everything from 2004 to like 2012, and that's it.
Yeah, bro, I stopped listening after the cleansing personally. So like,
you should check out No Time to Bleed, brother. It's pretty good.
I tried to get into it, but like, I don't know. Maybe at that point I was. But like, I think that the issue is that at that point I was already like into different shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I have a little poster from Rage Fest back in 2018. It's up there in the corner. It is a poster for the Black Crown signed by Mitch.
That's sick.
So, And I got that for free, man. I got that for free. That was so
Hey,
cool.
look,
And that
his
was the
last
same night
Canadian
that
show, I was there, so I'm good.
I have
Fuck
never,
yeah.
s- I have
That's
never,
awesome.
I have unfortunately never seen Suicide Silence in my life.
Oh no!
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
yeah. Oh yeah, Roch, right? Yeah.
I have
They played it. It
seen,
was right before he died.
I have seen Asking Alexandria live. They were fucking awful. They were so bad,
I've always
dude.
wanted to see them live.
He's like, I need to
No.
hop in about this one.
No,
He's like,
okay, so here's the story, right? I know we're at the end of the show, but I'll just tell this really quickly. So, I went to Warp Tour, not 2017. Warp Tour 2017.
First mistake.
Shut up, okay? God. So, I went to Warp Tour 2017 with like a friend of mine, and we got to see Asking Alexandria, we got to see Sleeping with Sirens, we got to see Pierce the Veil, we got to see, who the fuck was it? Oh, dude, we got to see Of Mice and Men. That was really cool.
Oh, man.
Bro, they play, but Asking Alexandria was there. They played, not stand-up screen, god damn it, what's that song called? The Final Episode or whatever the fuck. And, dude, like, Danny screams, dude. Like, I don't want to shit on Danny, but, like, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, he's a washed-up fucking cowboy now, so fuck it. And, like, he literally sounded like Marge Simpson, bro.
Yeah, I was telling a story not too long ago. So, a little bit like you, I grew up like an emo kid, so I like Asking Alexandria, Attack, Abandon All Shit. Okay, so we went to a festival that used to happen close to here, and those three bands were playing the same day. I was a little emo kid, skinny red pants, long hair, no beard. Anyway, I looked like a teenager, and I was like 19 years old. I saw them live, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this shit? This shit sucks. And then the same night, I saw Breed. Then the next day, I saw the Acacia Strain, Whitechapel, and I saw Suicide Silence. I was like, fuck those skinny pants. Let's cut my hair, grow a beard.
He says that I'm wearing skinny pants.
Fuck, dude. Like, I agree with you 100%. And it sounded like shit. And not to hate up those guys. They made a bunch of money. They live off of it. Good for them. But, no,
it's really
Like,
yeah, they're like some of those bands that were like crabcore or whatever, like they ended up just becoming like dad rock. It's so fucking weird, dude. Like I remember I saw dude, what is Asking Alexandria's newer shit, bro? What is that?
I love it, dude. It's so cool.
You love it?
I'm into it. I'm into it. I love it, dude. I absolutely love it.
The only band I would give like a good thumbs up for what they're doing recently, it's Bring Me the Horizon.
Dude, for real.
I like what they're doing now. They're going back to their roots. I like it. It's probably not as popular as the like more, you know,
emo
I would
stuff.
call it girly emo, you know, music, and they're going back to their like deathcore MySpace type of.
See, bro, I'm the polar opposite. My favorite album from them is the one with What Doesn't Kill You Makes You Wish You
There is a Hell I've Seen It. Is that the one you're talking about? Eternal.
He's like,
no. That's the spirit. He's talking about that's the spirit. Yo, this guy's goated.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I love that album. Like,
I love that album.
Yeah,
everybody hates
once
That's
again,
the
bro, they got
Spirit.
bullied out of it again.
I also
bro.
love That's the Spirit. I had a That's the Spirit shirt from Hot Topic. I was a Hot Topic kid.
Oh man, bruh, come on.
Oh, you were singing Throne. I saw that shit live, dude. Before they became like an amphitheater band. That was cool.
I kind of like that era of Bring Me the Horizon. That's the Spirit. It's a good album, dude.
Amo? Dude, Amo is like one of the best albums to listen to on like a really, really aggressively rainy night. Like go into a downtown area with some of the neon, go get yourself some ramen, maybe drink a couple beers, and then put on Amo. It's such a fucking vibe. Dude.
But yeah,
guitar player is high as a kite, bro. He's just there chopping peppers for some reason.
Oh my god.
Like, he's just sitting there.
Awesome.
I'm hungry as fuck.
Hell yeah. Well, shit, that was Beyond Deviation, folks. That was...
Yo, extra POV.
Oh, shit.
What is he? What is it? Oh,
Fuck. He's like, I can't even speak English. Don't put me on camera. Fuck.
That's awesome. All right, well, Tony, you're in control of the recording part, so I appreciate the three of you technically being on the show. One of them jumping out to go chop bell peppers near the end when I jumped in. Apparently, yeah, conversation wasn't spicy enough, but thank you guys for deciding to be a part of the world's one and only true counterculture show with Tony Slam, our lead necro thuggin' hip hop and slam host, with my ass popping in halfway through. Also a little bit intoxicated, but not nearly as much as I could be if I wasn't broke as dick. And yeah, that'll be this Crosscast.
Well, next time we run this, bro, Tonya has to be there, and we have to go on Omegle. Like, we have to do it.
Well, we can't do that because Omegle's gone, so...
What?
Yeah, they shut it down.
You can take Omegle out of the Tanya, but you can't take Tanya out of the Omegle. Let's be real.
Look, we'll go on Chatterbait. Don't worry about it.
The fucking Chatterbait. Oh my god.
Apparently, they have a lot of single women my age near me, so let's do it.
Google, stop showing me sex ads. I know there are desperate sluts in my area. I'm one of them. I have a mirror.
Literally, Tony, you have become the
I swear, Tony, if you kept that Omegle thing going, bro, that was gonna blow up at some point, bro. I'm one of the guys that listen to all of them, like in the entirety of them. Like, it was hilarious.
I'm so glad you enjoyed them,
especially when they started actually hitting on you. That shit was amazing. Like,
I'm glad you got entertainment value out of them, dude. That was all they were for.
You had me convinced. I thought, bro, like I was sitting there like, I guess I have to use different pronouns now. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you remember, but I asked you that.
You did. I do.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, do I have to use like different pronouns? You're like, bro, I'm a guy. like, I don't know no more, bro. Like, I'm just trying to be nice, you know? Like,
I don't know nobody.
My main goal is to wear a dress, and then when I do, act like I don't know nobody.
Then you have to go with the weird mouth going.
All right, when time to shave the handlebar.
He doesn't know what video I'm talking about, so I'm gonna show him right after this.
Oh my god!
I'll send you the link, Chris. I'll send you the link. We appreciate you coming on today, dude. Thank you.
All right, boys. Let's do a little flex. Say goodbye.
Bro fist. Bro fist.